Yes, we're live. We got the teaching stream. We got Taylor. Current Fargo Taylor, plus or minus.
I mean, 140, but I just did tell the tournaments.
Oh my gosh. When you started it,
I'm outgunned.
I started with you, what, a year ago, maybe? Yeah, no,
not even a year.
5 months.
And you were on 500?
520.
Oh, 520? Okay, I thought you were 15. Okay, good, good. So, so you're going, you're on the tip. Joee's current Fargo, yes, it has not much robustness.
I never already done.
487. So, okay. 49. Okay. We got Nancy in the background. She looks like she's going to a poker tournament. She's got issues with her eyes and the light, so that's awesome. Is there anything on it, Jonathan?
I forgot we need to change that audio setting. Remember?
Not working.
No, it's okay. It's just it's the audio's coming from this. You're like in the distance. Hold on, everybody. So remember the change audio output.
Okay.
That's it. Now it's just now.
All right. So now we're good?
Now just talk for a minute. Now.
Okay. All right. We had audio issues. But they still heard whatever, right? So, okay.
How much robustness do you have? You get a lot.
No, it's 200.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't,
All right. Are we good, Jonathan?
but I mean, I've been keeping up around people.
Yeah. Test. Okay. Thumbs up. All right. So we already kind of went through stuff, caught the bad audio, but we're good now. So Taylor, 540-ish, maybe on the uptick because they had a big match. Tournament went well. Joeelee's 487-ish. Nancy looks like a pro poker player. We're just recapping. And they're going to be playing short rack 8-ball. So it looks like a 9-ball rack, but it's 4 solids, 4 stripes. And yeah, we did this again the last time we were up on a stream. We had Taylor was playing Jared, had a really good match. And it's going to be fun. So Taylor, I'll do a little quick interview.
Sure.
So so you did watch the last match and you said you picked up some information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Do you have any plan today, or are you just what's your overall
main
thought?
focus is walk the table.
Okay, walk the table. Look for that as an
Look
audience.
for angles.
Look for angles. I like this.
And just stay down, push through, find the button.
Yeah, this guy. This is awesome. Taylor, that's awesome. Yep. Okay. He went through and named off all the keywords of cult. He went through he hit most of the glossary of the cult members here. Okay, Joelee. So I'll ask you a different question first, Joelee.
Oh, good.
I'm in your personal space. Joelee doesn't like hugs.
No, I do love hugs.
You usually go like this.
They're my favorite.
You do the Rain Man. Okay. Scale of 1 to 10. How are you nervous today?
Nervous?
Nerves wise. Scale of 1 to 10.
5.
5? Okay. Last time you played on a stream was what, against Jared as well?
I played that Indiana guy.
Oh, the Indiana
Probably
guy.
an 8.
You were an 8 then?
Yeah, a little more.
You're a little less,
Easy.
little more easy. Okay. So we had a big week of training, right?
We did.
We did Monday, we did 5 hours. Wednesday, we did about 5 hours. Well, plus or minus each day. And you've been training at home a little bit on the off days. So we got little.
Today. Was a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
day.
How many? Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Did you do a few hours today? Or?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Many.
So does that help you with how you feel?
Yeah.
Good. Overall, what's your approach today? What are you trying to hit? Are you same as ditto?
Yeah. Patterns. I'm gonna look for the patterns.
Okay.
As far as minimal cue ball movement.
Okay. Good.
And
Yeah.
then just work on the stuff we do.
Okay.
Hitting that button. I got a longer stroke to work on. Feels great.
Okay,
I had a shorter bridge. I'm working on a longer bridge. Feels great.
Okay. Good.
You know.
Good. Yeah. And
Push it through. Stay calm.
Yep. This is awesome. Yeah. And the thing on this stream and the whole thing that we're doing here is we're here to learn, right? So it's such a good mix of doing this teaching stream because you're here to have some pressure, right? There's people watching, and I'm doing commentary, and that can add some pressure, but more so, it's like learning under just some pressure, and just trying to bring out the things that we're doing in training in a pressure situation, and it's just really cool. And you guys are like 2 of my favorite people in the world, and so I'm just going to do my best to help you guys with your game when I'm doing commentary. And just I'm so excited to watch you guys play and see your growth or see where you struggle. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just here to support you guys, and I love you guys. And yeah, I just think we're all gonna have a great time. I'm gonna get up there, and I'm gonna act crazy and have fun. make it fun to watch, hopefully. Okay, home is Joelee, and the reason why we went with home with Joelee because he helped build this place.
Yeah.
Yep.
Home. Yeah.
Jolee's home. Taylor, I'm sorry, your guest. And on the line is next to Nancy, we got the tinfoil hat. So the winner gets to wear the tinfoil hat afterwards. And we'll play one race to 7, see how it goes for timing and stuff. And then we got the new scoreboard over there, so everybody can get off my tuchus, my people call it. That's a butt. Yeah. And we're good to go. So let's rock. I'm gonna run up into my my office bedroom.
If
And
you want to stay on stream once you're set, then we can lag it.
okay, so I'm gonna walk up and then I'll let you guys know when I'm ready, and Jonathan's paying attention to that. So yeah, it's in the fridge here. So yep. Okay, I'll see you guys in a minute. I'm gonna talk a ton of shit on the way up. Just kidding. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Thanks for tuning in. I'll have to go up and see all 2s and 4s and 8s of you watching this thing. So no, it'll be good. Cut through my house. Recording in progress, door closed. All right, let's do this. All right, Jonathan, I'm good to go. Let's do this. Let's get the leg going. Joelee, you can't be practicing the leg. Okay, yeah, we got Jared, Crazy Asylum, Steve Miller. Hey, Nancy's in there. Yep. Let's see what's up. Yeah, we'll see. You know, it's short rack. You would think it'd go kind of quick, but it's a 4 1/8 pocket 9-foot table, and we're on stream, so we'll see how quick they go. If you got any, I have the chat up, so if anybody has questions or anything, Taylor got the break. And it's going to be fun to watch. So Taylor's a really good ball pocketer. Jolee's a really good ball pocketer. They're both working on their patterns, like they both mentioned in the pre-game interview. So we'll kind of look at patterns, decision making, and that's an inauspicious beginning. Oh, Jolee's letting them have it. Gentleman's game. Gentleman's game. Okay. Dry break. I had him put the 8 on the spot so we can get some dry breaks. It's hard to break a ball in with the 8 on the spot. It's kind of like a matchroom 9 on the spot thing. Okay, right away. Doesn't really have an opening shot. He could shoot the 6 and bet the game. Basically, what I would do is shoot the 6 and bet the game. Yep, shoot the 6, push down through. Oh, you could shoot the 7 as well. That works. That's an easier shot, maybe. And gets rid of the ball from the middle of the table. Oh, Joelee caught it really nice. Yep, I like this. So Jolee's coming out firing. He's got to pocket the 7 and come down for the 5. And I want him to come off that rail and through. Okay, that's not what he was trying to do. I don't think. No. Nope. He either miscued or he decelerated. And now we got to determine, do we still like solids? And the answer is no. We like stripes. So you want to shoot that ball on the side. And you want to come back for this 13 right away if possible. So if there's any sort of angle to come back for the 13, but it looks like it's not. I might, yeah, I mean, this is not bad. It's just 2 balls on the rail like this are not the greatest. I'd probably not do this pattern. I'd probably go stripes and change a little bit. Because now that 7 it's not a great key ball. Okay. And you could shoot it now, and I probably would shoot it now. Yep. And go down for the 5. I like what he's doing. Yep. I like it. This is good. I think he's going to shoot the 7. And this one, you don't need inside English because it's going to want to race down anyways towards the next diamond. So I think you'll be good. So if you load this thing with inside, that's what happens. You end up pushing it out and overcutting it like that. So unnecessary roughness, 10-yard penalty. Yes, those are shots that are very common for people to overload them. And the natural rolling angle would have came down towards that second diamond, and he would have been loving that shape because he would have had a natural angle to come back up for the 6. So the pool gods tortured him. Now Jolee's going to get a 12, 14, 15. He's going to have to come down for that 13, and it's a terrible key ball. So it's a problem, but it's kind of where he's at. Yeah, because he's going to have to get an angle on that 13 to sneak past that 5 ball, either with draw or inside. But right now, he just wants to hit a stop shot here. He doesn't want to decelerate. He doesn't want to get cute with the shot. He just wants to just bump it or either. Yeah, see, that's not good. Not good. I was going to say you either want to hit a stop shot or bump it, like slow bump it, and because the cue ball's not going to travel. He could have hit into the thick side of the pocket and kept the cue ball from traveling, and he kind of played shape, but when he had it, and okay, I mean that'll work. It's good. I mean, that was a nice shot, Joelee. That was a nice shot. Okay. Perry Tollefson. Hey, Perry. I was going to call you, bro, and see if you wanted to come out because I got an extra chair over there next to Nancy. So, they just started, bro. If you want to come out, I don't know how far away you are, but if you want to come out, you can come out, Perry. I was going to invite you, and I was just kind of buried. So, sorry. Not that you want to leave your warm house and come out and sit over there, but there's a seat for you. It's right next to Nancy. Nancy's looking like like a 80s poker player. Okay, 90s maybe. All right, what's he doing here? Are you shooting the 7 in the side? Are you playing a safety? What's going on, Taylor? Are you shooting the 7 in the side? Yeah, tough one, man. Because that's a really tough shot and kind of a game loser if it doesn't go. Because this is pretty natural for Joel to win the game. 13, 14, slide over, back cut for the 15. That's it. Right there is Joel's cue ball. He sees the pattern. Now let's see if he can execute. And he's got to touch this side rail. You do not want to float to that position. So he wants to just, basically what I would do is try to like almost die on the side rail, but right by about the second diamond, not the third diamond, because I don't want to be kicking off towards the 6 too close. So let's see. He wants to just die on the side rail, nice and smooth. Look at that pause. That was terrible. Okay, no problem. He hit it with low for some reason, and he stunned it, and it slowed the cue ball down and changed his angle, and now he is in a fine spot. Now the shot is to stun it over to the short side. Not coming back up table, there's too much traffic. See, Joelee, I'd like to see you walk down below the 14 and find the shot. This is no good, Joelee. This is no good. No good. We'll see what happens. Looks like you're loading it with English. This is just a disaster. You could get through the 8 ball here. I get it. Yeah, but see, when you load it, it's a tougher shot to make. And I don't love it. I don't love it. Yep. I don't hate it. Okay. I don't hate it. I just would have liked to have you look for that 14 because the reason why I was talking about punching that 14 in is a lot easier to make because you don't have to put any English on it. You can just use thickness and just it's vertical access English, and that was side spin, and it just a little too much to shoot, especially in the first game where you're not like feeling it yet. You're just kind of working on the nerves. So this one you're going to want to draw up and get in the middle of the table for the 6, and you could actually have the 5 as a backup play. So I'd actually play for the 5 and have the 6 as a backup. Just like that, Taylor. So now I'm switching to the 5 100% here. The reason why is that 6 ball, usually side pocket balls aren't great key balls, and I talk about that ad nauseum. But when it's that close to the pocket and you have such a big window to stay on it, and you have a big ball there with the 14 to stop your rock, yeah. Yeah, because now you have to play position back to play position again on the 8 because you have to draw back. See, now he's too flat. Now it's no good. He might be able to pound it and come up the side rail, but this is a bad angle. Shooting the 5 there was very natural to come back out and have a nice angle on the 6 to get on the 8, and you got that 14 ball as a sideboard to slow you down your rock if you get into an angle on it. So this is trouble. We'll see. He's got to pound it. He's got to hit it hard into a pocket on the first game where he's a little bit, getting warmed up. But Taylor's a good player. I told you he's a ball pocketer, and it's good. And he didn't shoot his way out of that. That was fine. It worked. And I just think it was a little bit oh no, someone said, oh no, is that Taylor? I don't know. I'm picking up the mic sound, but okay. So that was just nerves. All right. So now Joelee coming up to the far side is a complete lost shot here. I want you. Yeah. See, you're not walking around Joelee and looking at the 14 up in the corner. So this is the problem. He's kind of brain locked on getting past the side pocket because he wants to shoot it in the closer pocket, but the position is so much harder to come across here, back where his cue is and past the side pocket. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's why. Yep, he had to get lucky. He did. Now I go on the side, bro. I think here. Unless you're comfortable just kind of snapping it back like 6 inches. But we'll see. You see, you're not really looking at these things, Joelee. And I'm not picking on you, bro. I'm just saying, if you come watch this back, I want you to be walking the table more and looking at options. You're just kind of like fucking tunnel vision. See, that's why you roll forward, because you don't chip it. Oh, God, Joelee. Oh, okay. So Joelee's in the tunnel right now. That's what my feedback is. Joelee's in the tunnel. He's not walking the table. I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm just saying reality. Okay. Jonathan, yeah. Okay, I didn't see what happened. Now he missed and Joelee missed. This is a lot going on. Okay, Joelee, slam this bank and win the game, bro. It's pretty wired. And you're gonna have shape if you make it. You're gonna have a tough shot. But see, playing some sort of safety here, I don't like it. I mean, unless you can put the cue ball down on that end rail and get that 14 ball by a pocket. So let's go for the win, Joelee. Joelee goes for the win. And Joelee gets lucky. Taylor. I can't see the oh, they both said it was too quiet in here. Tim Hogan, oh my God. Hey Tim, this is the way Joelee's nerves equals 10 out of 10. Well, I'm not sure about that, Jared. But maybe he was being a little bit I think they're both a little nervous, which is fine. We're here to play pool. We're here to deal with the nerves. I would go 2 rails harder behind this one because that you got to go for the kick and stick there, and that was go for the win. So there, Taylor, I would have found a 2 rail kick towards the 8 and the side and stuck the cue ball, and that's one you can practice. Okay, now Joelee, if you miss this in the corner, because I would shoot this in the side and just draw it down towards the 8, but because this is a tougher shot. Okay, I mean, that's why, Joelee, that's why you shoot in the side. You rattle it home. All right. Okay, Joelee, we got the first game in the books, I think. Let's see what happens. Okay, why are you hitting it so hard? He's probably trying to loosen up his stroke. Okay, so that was a shit show. Jolee's dealing with me. That's not a good sign when Joelee bends over and takes a huge breath and looks like he's going to vomit. So, okay, Nancy's running the scoreboard. It's 1-0 Joelee. Okay, let's do this. How can it be quiet and they're both jaw-jacking? Someone's jaw-jacking. All right. Oh, maybe that's Jonathan talking. Okay, the silence in that studio is very off-putting when playing a match. Okay, Jared. All right. Well, toughen up. That's what I say. I'm here to make you guys tough. That's what I'm here to do. I like it quiet. I want the nerves up. That's what we're doing. This is like no whatever. Like I'm not Miyagi. I'm like the other guy. I'm like the no mercy guy. Okay, here we go. 1-0. Let's see if we can what we can do on this game. Okay, so Joelee hits a little break off the side rail, and the 4 ball's the trouble. The solids are good. The 4 ball, if it goes right in the side, then I think the pattern is 4-7-6-8 because the 7's covered. It's congested. There's all kinds of balls around there. You wish Joelee was mic'd up. I know. Maybe someday. Okay, so stop shot on the 4, roll shot on the 7, getting on the 6 and playing to the 8. Now this 6 to the 8 is a weird shot. I'd rather be on the side by where that 12 is and go 2 rails back to near the 12 to shoot the 8 in the 7 pocket, but we'll see what happens. But see, drawing this thing back is a mistake. If Joelee's probably going to draw it back because, he's not walking around and looking at his position spots, like his minimal cue ball movement spots. Johnny Lawrence, what's that? Oh, Johnny Lawrence, is that from Karate Kid? Yeah. Sweep the leg. Okay, so now see, he's just not looking. He's just not looking. I'm okay. I'm a broken record here. You got to walk the table. You got to find your spots. You got to look for your zones. And I get it. We're in a street fight. So we're just doing what we can. And I get it. So now this is very natural to go between the 13 and the 14. So if he walks around, he'll see that it's just a natural rolling angle to go right between the 13 and 14, hit it like a goalpost. And see, this is not good. That's not good. Joelee, you need to be on the other side here, walking off. See, this is really tough because you can't see the rolling angle from where he was looking off to the side. You have to come look at the shot line so you can visualize this cue ball coming straight up the table. See, this is trash. This is a problem. This is wild. This is crazy. This is ineffective. And now he just blew the run out. Because if he would have just walked and looked, he would have seen maybe that there was a goal post right between the 13 and the 14. And from this angle, as viewers, we can see that there's a giant line of shape there. So, okay, that's poker. This is the game we're playing. We're trying to learn. Jacking up here. I hope he's not jacking up. This cue ball should be rolling past the 12 towards the pocket down here in the corner. Not a stop shot. So let's watch the cue ball. Yeah, he rolled it slow and he got it to dribble in. I mean, I get it. You know what? Honestly, okay, I kind of like that speed he hit it at, so I take it back. I was wrong. That speed he hit it at was a great speed. And the reason why is because even though there's 4 balls on the table, nerves are up. And if Joelee would have hit that and it would have hung, it was very possible that he could have got back to the table. Not guaranteed, but it would have put so much pressure on Taylor that if that ball was hanging in the pocket, that would have been almost advantage Joelee, because that one ball, that stripe was by the side that he just grabbed out of, and he would have had to deal with that, and he would have to deal with all 4 balls. And so 4 balls on a 4 1/8 table when you're nervous and you're on a stream and you've been making some errors, like, and there's an 8 ball hanging in the pocket, that ain't a guaranteed out. So I like the way he hit that. I'm good with that pace. They must be alternating the break. Okay. Okay, Taylor hits a good break, and solid goes in. And now we need to think, what's the better group? And stripes are the answer. And where's the trouble ball? 15's the answer. You can't take solids because you don't really have a shot, and you'd have to break out the 8. So basically, the deal is that 15 is a problem. So is there any way you can make this 12 and figure out how to try to get on the 15, and if you can't, get on one of the other balls? Because I wouldn't want to shoot that ball. I want to get that 15 out as soon as I can. So I'd be fighting right now to get on the 15. So let's see what he does. If he leaves it and kind of just plays, or if he fights to get over by the 6. Yeah, he left it. Okay. So yeah, yep. So that's great. No problem. No problem. I'm just oh, Tim, they're playing race to 7. And then seeing how it goes with time ring, we'll probably play another race. But see, even if he was out another foot, this ain't good. Because now he just broke open the 5 and could lose the game. If Joel makes this bank on the 4, he wins the game. Maybe the cue ball isn't going to leave that great of a shot on the next ball. Yeah, you know what? I think if he banks this 4 at a slow pace, that cue ball is going to stay right about where that 4 is. And he could just bet the game on this 4 because he's got a little protection on that 15, especially if the 4 is nearby. So he could have a back cut on the 6, run the cue ball into the 15, and Bob's your uncle, because he would have a straight in shot on the 5 and shoot the 8. So let's see what he does. He doesn't want to hit this hard. He wants to hit this soft, so he plays position on the 6. He doesn't need to force position. It's pretty natural. Okay, and that's fine. It's a good try, but see, imagine if that cue ball was in that same exact, on that line, on that second diamond line, but it was over by the side rail, like 6 inches off the side rail. Well, he could cut that 6 ball in thin and run the cue ball into the 15, and he's straight on the 5. So he hit it at the wrong speed and hit the right shot at the wrong speed. That's it. So now what do? We got to get on the 15. So you have to go now to the 15, and you're going to pull it right over by the 5 and the 8, and you're going to put your chips in, and you're going to try to win the game by getting on the 15. Okay, and he short-armed it, and he's on the 14. So on that shot like that, Taylor, you'd have to design the shot so that you touch that side rail. I talk a lot about touch the rail, touch the rail, touch the rail. And the reason why is because if you float into that position, you're in this spot here, and you're in a very, very big threatened position, because Jolee's balls are just bink, bink, bink. And you have to hit this hard shot, and you hit a game winner. All great shot, great shot, great shot. And you're welcome to do that. That can win, and that does win. But we're just talking about like overall percentages and patterns and decisions and stuff. So, and all I was saying was grind a little harder to get on that 15, because this is very, very, very good that you hit that shot, but that's not a super high percentage shot to draw across your line and land like a butterfly with sore feet. Now I wouldn't do anything, bro. I just stick this 15 in and back cut the 8. I wouldn't be playing a bunch of position here, because you have position, right? So if you pound this forward, I know, wow, it was a great shot. Like, this could get weird. Yeah, see, this is the problem. Yep, you had shape. Yep. 4658, Jolie. Let's go. Or you know what? Even better, 5468. Let's go 5468 here, Jolie. And the reason why, Jolie, is because I don't want to have to watch you hit from the where that 6 is on a stop shot. I want to get rid of this 5. It's kind of troubly, right? And like on a bar table, and if it was like you were looking more solid, let's say, all due respect, I'd go 4658 because the 5 is just a little punch shot back. But I'm a little concerned if that cue ball was where the 6 is and you had to punch that 5 back, that something could get weird. I know it sounds mean, but but I literally might shoot the 5, get on the 4, and the 6 to the 8. But you know what? Nah. No, I would consider it, is all I'm saying. So now I'm considering it and I'm saying, nope. 4658 all the way. I'm not going to change the pattern because you're nervous. Let's just go 4658 because you can hit a stop shot on the 5 and drag it off the rail. And Bob's your uncle. Because if you don't get on the 6 right, you could get really far from the 8. Okay, now he got the bad angle on the 6 because he's going away from the 8. He needed to be on the other side of the 6. So if he has to inside English off the rail to get on the 5, because he needs to be like stopping on the 6. So now if he has to come back out again, he's capable of doing it. He just doesn't want to overhit it and he doesn't want to underhit it. So he's fine. He's fine. He's just a little farther away from the 5 because he didn't get the right angle. So yeah, I mean, this is the right pattern, Tim, the side pocket pattern. I was just, you know, yeah, Tim, I was thinking 5 first too, because if he rattles this thing, I'm going to look like a genius, but I don't think he will. I think it's pretty natural. And yeah, see, that works. Like I like that pattern that he played. It's the absolute correct pattern. But if you're nervous, you'd maybe shoot the other pattern because you're worried about pocketing that ball and rattling it. But it's good. It's good. That was the right pattern. That was a awful shot, Jolie. That was not good. Sorry. That's just not a good way to shoot an 8-ball when you have that shot. You know, he babied it, he decelerated it, and he hit the wrong side of the pocket. So it's good. We're good. We're street fighting. And I'm not trying to criticize Joelee. I'm sorry. Jolie's awesome. Taylor's awesome. They're all hitting good shots and everything's tough. And I get it. It's a stream. Just trying to show you what I'm thinking. Okay. Oh yeah, he's nervous for sure, Tim. Yep. So I was trying to like pick his pattern off of nerves because I just thought, well, you know, but the funny part is, you know, when I was looking at that 6 as a key ball, he could get, you know, how he had ball in hand and he got on the wrong side of the 6. So if he has to play to that 6 ball and he got on the wrong side, he would have got that much farther away from the 8 and it would have been even worse. So I kind of like looked at it and I'm like, no, it's right. The 5's the key ball. So because the 6 can get farther away with like his 6, he got, yes, you get it. Okay. So is it a dry break or do you make a stripe? He made a solid. Okay. So stripes. So here I'm shooting, this is interesting. I think I'd shoot. Exactly, Jared. You don't miss 8-balls, but they'll dribble him in on occasion. Exactly. So what's the key ball here? I mean, it's got to be the 15, but with the nerves and everything, it's almost like the 14. But then that 5's like a beach ball. So I think I just go bing bing side 14 out for the 15 and punch across for the 8. I mean that's it. That's it because it's a stop shot, no cue ball movement. I think he's literally straight in for a stop shot, and then the 15. So I didn't notice if he walked around. I don't see him walking around and looking at the table. Maybe I missed it because I'm yapping and looking at the comments. But see, if you don't walk around and look at your angle, you do shit like this, where now he's back cutting the ball and the thing's racing all over the table. It's like when you take time to walk, you connect with the shot, meaning you connect with you connect with the position. Because if you're just feeling and thinking and, oh, I think if I'm going to hit a stop shot, you don't really realize, if you don't go and look at what happens when you draw the ball, you end up here, where now you took like a pattern that was pretty easy and made it kind of hard. And now I think he's going to pinch in this 13, go to the 15 and play position off the 14, which is deep in the pocket. It's just a bad key ball unless you get really close to it. That's the other thing. And Joelee doesn't really know that. When the balls are buried in the pocket, you want to be like 6 inches away. So that's why you want to get that ball out of the pocket, that 14, right away, as basically, after those two side pockets shots. So if he's shooting it now from distance, he's screwed here. This is not good. It's very likely he's going to miss the thickness here and end up with a shitty shot on the 13 ball, a worse shot than he has right now. He could even consider, if he walked around, shooting the 15 and floating over for the 14-13. But I think here he's finding the shot. I think he's going to accelerate through. Nope, now he's going back to the 14. Okay. So, but see, now he's not looking at a position line. He's just shooting it randomly now off of a feel. That's just like super random. That's it. It's like he didn't like define a zone. He didn't really walk the table. He just sort of looked at a shot, thought about it, didn't like it, was between two shots, and then just kind of shot. So, all right. Okay. Can you hear Josh? Who? Oh, no, Nancy does not have earbuds. Okay. Okay. So this is good. Joelee just has to pop this one in. I wouldn't be rolling forward here, Joelee. There's no real big position advantage. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I take it back, Joelee. Joelee, don't miss. Joelee, don't lose. Jolie's the best. Okay. Now, Joelee, now you got to float right back to that spot. Yep. That's good. So that was good. I like it. I take it back. Everything I said about anything, I'm wrong. Let's check the acceleration here. He should be accelerating back, even from his cue ball to his hand is his zone. Yes, Joelee. You know why Joelee made that shot? Because Jolee's hit that shot in that 7-8-9 deal literally hundreds of times in the last 2 days. So now put this in the center thick part of the pocket, Joelee, and don't dribble it. Accelerate. God damn it, he hit that little bunch shot again. That's fine. He's made it. That's good. All right. Look at Joelee. He's rubbing his face a little bit. Oh, it gives Nancy a fist bump. Nancy's like I'm trying to think of like a 90s poker player, female poker player. Kathy Lieberman. She looks like Kathy Lieberman over there. All right. So 4-0. Jolee's in a commanding lead. He's going to go out and oil a kid's wheelchair, aka have a smoke. And Taylor, was that a break and run? I think that was a break and run. All right, Nancy, this is like M8. Mark the game. Just kidding, she can't hear me. Mark it as a break and run. Okay, so yep. All right. Hopefully it doesn't sound like I'm picking on Joelee. Tim, does it sound like I'm picking on Joelee? I hope it doesn't. I'm excited, right? I get excited. I try to look at what's happening here. And he's in a dogfight. He's in a street fight. So some of the stuff that we're working on, accelerating and that kind of stuff, it's like, I get it. It's hard to bring it out. You want to guarantee the win. He goes with what he's comfortable with, dribbling in balls. Okay, thanks, Tim. Okay, Taylor, what you got? 5 ball gets bumped in, stripes, and you got to get that 15, 14, I think. Yeah, shoot. I mean, yeah, because think about it. If you go up for the 12 now, yeah, she forgot earbuds. Okay, if you go up for the 12 now, it's a little weird. I think I just deal with this little cluster and congestion here and play the 12 as a key ball. I think I would. Because those balls, I think so. And then what do? I think you go 15, shoot, and kind of wipe it up towards past those two solids and get an angle on that 13 that's straight-ish. And then shoot the 13, 14, and then get an angle to come back for the 12. So he went up table. I don't hate it. It's a good shot. Prove me wrong. Like I said, I'm not always right. This can work. This is great. Like that's a great shot, Taylor. That's an excellent shot. He's a little flat here, but he's going to have to, yep, right where he's looking. See, he's picking his line and he's thinking, which side of the 13 do I want to be on? And he is correct if he says on that line he wants to be on the left side. Now he looks over here and thinks, well, what if I go to that side? I like what he's doing here. This is great, Taylor. This is awesome. So now he's kind of figuring it out. And I think I probably pull back. He's going to go forward. I think he's going to the other side of the 13 because you don't want to be back cutting the 13 towards the 14. So I like what he did here. He crossed his line, but he hit it so perfect that he's good. Now the question is, if he stops it, is he hooked on the 6? And he's drawing it back because he's probably going to be stuck on the 6 if he stops it. So he's going to be drawing back. The 6 isn't in the way. And the other thing that's tricky, see, this is why these are tricky endgame balls, because if you get perfect on the 14 with a little cut, you could run right into the 8. So let's see what happens. But this is a congested situation. Yeah. And it can be a little tricky and difficult because of that congestion in that situation. So you can kind of Yep. So that congestion was a tough ending situation. So here, Joelee. Is Joelee gonna deli slice this 4-ball in and win the game? He likes to. Oh, hey, Michael Carlson. You look like you're just out there in the wild watching the channel. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I'll explain why I do short rack, and the reason why is because I want pressure on these fools. I want them to know that if they miss, they can lose. And when you play full rack 8-ball on a 4 1/8 pocket 9-foot table, you could miss and miss and miss, and it's going to come down to when there's 4 balls left in the 8-ball. So let's just skip to that part. This is a beautiful shot by Joelee. Honestly, that's a great shot. Now those balls, they kind of tied up, but and I get it that you'd want that not to happen, but I still think the 4 can get made. So the short rack is yeah, Steve, that's really good input too. Yep, 8-ball on the break. So we're gonna take away ball pocketing on the break as much as we can and make this just a dog fight right away with some pressure. Beautiful shot by Taylor. Love it. Oh, Taylor. Oh, bro. That's an awful roll. That was a beautiful shot. If we picked up some English, yeah, okay. Okay, Jonathan. Jonathan's in the comments as Josh Burbul pool. So Joelee, get on the other side of the 4, bro. Back cut this 4 so you can stay away from the 7. You just fouled too, bro. You can't push the cue ball with your tip. Taylor, pull up. If I wish Taylor was wearing headphones, I'd have him call a foul. Okay, so yeah, go over there, Joelee. Let's look and see what's going on. Come on now. You're going to want to back cut that 4 as thick as you can. You don't want to be running into this 7. Ugh. Taylor, get ready to get back at the table. Okay. Yep. Okay. We just explain everything. Yeah. If this ball can be made at this angle, then it can be made at the other angle. So this is no good, Joelee. This is no good. You're moving shit that you don't need to move. You could just draw straight back for the 7 with a back cut. This is a disaster with ball in hand. Yeah, I called it. You know, oh, you got lucky. You super lucky. But that was a game loser. So it was just a choice. It was just a selection choice. You know, you don't want to be moving. See where that 7 ended up? I mean, it was complete luck that it actually got him back to the table. That 7 moving double. Even if that, okay, let's say that 4 ball went in and that 7 was right where it is. It just blocks the 6 ball and you're doubled up on it anyways. You know, I've made videos on this. Don't move balls if you don't have to. And if you can make this ball, you got to draw back. I don't know what's going on with it. He might be playing safety. He probably can't make it. He's going to push him to the end rail. That was interesting. I guess what he was thinking is that he's going to block the pocket and maybe the 7 doesn't go by, and he was kind of positioning his ball. I could see that. There's worse shots. Okay, so what does Joelee have here? If he can cut that 7 in, oh, Perry has to pick up. I don't know. Nancy's texting me. I'm working here, Nancy. You can put it, Nancy. If you put it in the someone. Oh, let's see what she said. Something about Perry. Oh, he can't come watch. He just was letting Nancy know. Okay, Joelee. I like if the 7 goes at all, shoot it and then just clip the 6 and kind of hope for something good or try not to hit it too bad. So let's look like what he's doing. He's gonna hit it in. He's gonna clip the 6. Ooh. Well. Yeah, it just missed a tough shot. You know, he's controlling his cue ball. I got nothing to add to that shot. That was a nice shot, Joelee. Yep, here I like 14 and getting closer to the 13 because this is a pretty wild shot and it's even missable from this distance. So I like hitting the 14, coming back up table and coming off the end rail, maybe if it's thin enough. If not, you're going to float down closer to the 13. But if it's thin enough, I'd come back up and down. But I don't think it's thin enough. I think he's going to have to float back towards where his hand is. I wouldn't have done that. That's a lot going on. I think I would have just hit outside English because you wouldn't. It's kind of more natural to just kind of swing it back towards here. He got good on it. And now he's going to want to. It's going to be a tough ball to get on. I mean, he's going to be kind of hitting at it. And that was a great shot. He got there. Nice shot, Taylor. But see, when Joelee's 7 is there in the pocket, that makes this shot a lot tougher, right? Because he has a shot that he can get on if this doesn't go. But Taylor's making it all day. Taylor don't care. Taylor don't miss 8 balls. Taylor don't miss 8s, just like Joelee. Okay, awesome job, Taylor. Jonathan's still here. 4-1, going to 7, and yeah, nothing really to report there. Just kind of a normal game of 8-ball. Both hit some good shots. Nothing bad that I remember. That was a great shot, Steve Miller Band. I got all your albums. And Joelee's turn to break. So let's see. I mean, if this, see, I mean, it's a big game, right? Like, I'm not too big into this is a must win or a big game or anything, but it is kind of a big game. I mean, ooh, that's brutal. Oh, 5-ball, 5, 6, 8. Bob's your uncle. Thick side of this 5, run into that 14, stops for the 6. 14 gets out of the way of the 8. 1, see, now you should be walking down, Joelee, looking at where that 6-ball, where that line follows, walking down. Now I want you to walk down. No, I want you to walk down and look for the rolling line. So I need you to stand on the end of the table and look where this ball's going to roll to, because you kind of just glanced. Is that bottom left corner an ashtray? Yes, it is, Michael. I got 2 ashtrays. My 13-year-old kid wanted 2 ashtrays on the table. Not because he smokes. He just thought it was cool. This is a 64 Brunswick Gold Crown barn find. Gold Crown 1. It was in a barn, like in a trailer for years. Joelee, nice shot. See, I was talking about that 14, but that's good. That's good. 5, 6, 8. Yep, that's right. Who do you appreciate, Tim? And now, because he's flat, come through 2 rails and get up into right where he put his hand. Okay, that's great. Oh yeah, that's right. 9 on the spot, cut break. I don't know. You know what, Jared? I'm not sure if Joelee knows that. I think it's just kind of random. Good. Yep, 2 rails right here for sure. 2 rails 100%. Just push it up to that third diamond. Yep, no, he went 1 rail. I think he went 1 rail, and that's why you don't go 1 rail, because it comes up short. Because you know what? His 2/3 is up by the side pocket. Because if that cue ball's up by the side pocket, he can still make the 8. So being in this being at this angle is a game losing position, right? So if you came up short on that shot, it's a game losing shot. If you come up long on it, past from like the cue ball where it is to at least cross that line up to all the way to the side pocket, you win. So this is a wild shot. Who knows what's going to happen with the cue ball? It's a tough pocket. Now he's going to hit at a pace where it's going to die in the pocket. That much I do know for Joelee. Yep, that's a great shot, Joelee. And Joelee, don't miss. Nice, Joelee. That was a perfect shot. Yeah, no smoking is right, Michael. Yeah. Scratching the side. I thought it was in there too, Mike, Steve Miller, but that was nice. Joelee, don't miss 8s. I love the way he hit that 8, because if it died in the pocket, it blocked it, and Taylor was in big problems. So that was awesome. Yep, Tim, awesome. Just got a little short on that 8. So Joelee, if you come back and watch it, when you're flat like that, it wants to go to that side rail. So just push it through the side rail, that second side rail. You would go up 1 rail if you're at a 45-degree angle. And as you get down to like that 30-degree angle you had, push it through that second side rail. I know we've worked on that on bar table, but, you know, we're just out here street fighting, so we don't remember everything we worked on. And maybe Joelee tried to hit a 2-railer and just hit it a little thicker and softer than he wanted and decelerated. Oh, Taylor. Joee's laughing. Okay. The boy has earned a smoke. He has. All right. Okay. Taylor's going with the cut break, looks like. And yes, sir. Okay. This is solids all day. And nope. Maybe I changed my mind. Because you could shoot down because the 4-7 are kind of messy and you'd be touching stuff. So I go 15, 14, float down for those 2 balls. Those are your key balls. I don't know what Joeelee's doing. What's he shooting? If he shoots this solid on the side, this is pretty wild. But he's got that 6 there as a backup, and that 4 is not going to go too far. This looks pretty thin. He could not come out with a shot here, but other than the 6. Or you could do that. That works. That works. Now the 6 as a key ball's a trash key ball, but he's kind of made his decision. That's why I like stripes, because he went 15, 14, shoot down those 2 balls, just go 1 rail, or stop. And now Joeelee's going to have a tricky time getting on the 8 ball from the 6. But 7-4 in the corner. Oh, was that lined up for a combo? You wild man, Tim. Okay. All right, so now he's going to stop on the 4. You don't need to play any shape. Just stop, make this 4. You could draw back 6 inches, but you don't need to. Yeah, that's beautiful. It made pocketing the 5 easy. Now, you want to have an angle on this 6. You definitely don't want to be straight. So I like how he's looking from this angle finally. He's down at the right angle thinking about it. Now, he wants to be almost in the center of the table, but where you can reach it. See, I don't like that, because he could, I don't like that, bro. I would like to be in the center of the table, and then I would hit like a 3-rail shot on the 8, or I'd hit a 2-rail shot on the 8 in the side, or 8 in the corner. See, the 8 goes in the side, the corner, or the other corner on the other side. So you have pockets to get on. So getting an angle on the 6 is critical here. Let's see what he ends up doing. If he gets too greedy and does some weird thing, yeah, see, this is too flat. This is no good. He can't reach it, and he's drawing straight back, and Joelee can draw the ball. So that's like, he's not incapable of drawing the ball, but he's drawing across his line to a position shot on the 8. So he's going to have to snatch the rock out of the pocket from the 6 and come right back up there. And again, you're going to want to overdraw it a little bit if you need to, because you don't want to be alligator drawing this thing and hooking yourself. And if this cue ball is anywhere from the second and a half diamond all the way back to the kitchen line, you got a shot to win. The kitchen line, obviously, you don't want to shoot from there on a 9-foot table, but on a bar table, you could. The only other option he has, he could look at a smooth little rail first and play side corner shape right around there, Joelee. See, but I wouldn't be looking that far. I'd be looking side corner. I'd be looking at getting it to the smoothing a rail first, and I'd be floating that cue ball over to those over to your left a little bit, and then I'd be looking at the corner of the side, because if you overhit this ball, you're going to be banking it. It's yeah, I don't know why he did that, Steve, but he did. Rail first, left spin. Yep, Tim, that's just what I was describing. But I would play it a little bit shorter. I would want to play corner side, not side all the way. I'd want to be playing for 2 pockets. But you know what? The reality is, Joelee can draw the cue ball. Just draw this rock back, Joelee. Don't get too fancy. I don't know what he's doing here. This is not the right way to get over there, Joelee. You got to go real first. This is trash. See what happens. He's cutting it, and he should be going real first. Yeah, see, that's yeah, that was weird, Joelee. That's okay. That's just I don't no idea. Yeah, now he's like hating life, right? So I wonder if he thought he could just like spin it over there, but like the rail first is real natural. So because it's so close to the pocket, rail first was the answer. But you can look back at this, Joel, and see what Tim Hogan and I were talking about. So I don't know. I don't think it goes on the side. I think he's probably see right now. I'd be cutting it in the corner, bro, and because that doesn't. Yeah, he's playing cue ball all the way, and that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's out in the middle of the table, so it's got multiple pockets to go in. Taylor's got to come with something. If you got too cute, you could get that. Because I was thinking trying to push that up by that corner pocket by the 14, off the 14, but this works. This is all cue ball. It's a good one. So yeah. I mean, Taylor, man, Joeelee's got him in a tough spot. Taylor's down 5-1. He's on the end rail. He's got to come with a shot, and if he misses, it could be Katie bar the door, as they used to say on the old stream. What do you call it? AccuStats. Okay. I'd almost try to find a safety here, which is great. Taylor, I love it, bro. I absolutely love it. Yep. That's awesome. Now, Joelee can knock this ball in. He's totally capable. Joelee don't miss 8s. We all know that. That's well documented. And I would hit this if I was Joelee at like absolute dribble bunt speed and try to make it, but you don't want to leave the 8 in the pocket. So if you bunt this in and you put that cue ball over behind the 12, even though he can make the 14, you still want to put that thing in the pocket and create some pressure. I might even shoot it in the other pocket, bro, by the 12. But Joelee don't miss until he does. But I like that speed. But see, he could have shot the same shot and put it in the other pocket, and he probably would have ended up winning the game. So you shot it in the wrong pocket there, Joelee, because you were more comfortable with that back cut versus the other cut. But imagine if that 8 ball was in the pocket by the 12 and the cue ball was over by where the 8 is. Your guy Taylor would be effed. So he shot in the wrong pocket. No big deal. Yep. Okay, so Taylor's got to make this ball. I'd probably roll it if he stuns it. That's good. He shot it his comfortable way. He must be comfortable kind of stunning the ball a little bit when he pockets it. So he's a lot bigger than me. I want to be careful what I say about him. No, he's a teddy bear. He's like I said in the startup, he's one of my favorite humans. He's awesome. So I go multi-ball position. I'd go for the 15 on the side, and then right there. And then if I came up short, because I don't want to pound the ball, I want to smooth it, then I'd shoot 14, 15, 8. So it's good. Okay, so you want to just push it through and get to the center of the table and get a shot on the 15. Oh no, Taylor. Joelee says, I'll take it. That's how you get punched in the throat, Joelee, in a bar. Just kidding. Okay. All right. Well, that's a little bit of being down 5-1, I think. It's hard, man. You know, it's hard. It's hard. It's a tough game. It's tough action. Tough action. So, all right. So 6-1. Taylor's picking himself up some character right now. He's looking off into space. He's thinking, do I want to punch this guy? No, I'm just kidding. He's the nicest guy in the world. He wouldn't punch anybody. Yeah, it's just yeah, man. The only thing I could say on that shot, Taylor, is to really relax on coming up table with the cue ball, because that 14 was like your true ball to get on. The 15 was like gravy in that situation because the 14 was right in front of the pocket. So the only thing I'm saying is you don't want to overstroke a ball trying to get on the 15 when you could smooth it in and just take the 14 and get on the 15. It's just kind of, especially when you're in a spot like this where you're kind of maybe a little bit unsteady, let's say. Okay, so let's go, Taylor. Let's get this going. All right, so the 8-ball's in a screwy spot. It needs to get broken out. There's just not really a way to play position on it. And yeah. So you're gonna shoot the 5. Man, it's tough. It's tough. There's not really anything great happening here. I mean, because that 8 needs to get broken out. Okay. So I would say I know this sounds awful when you're down 6-1 and you're just missed a ball, but like you might want to just chip the 5-ball up table, stick them on the end rail, and let Joelee shoot the balls off the table. That's it. I mean, because shooting the 5, it's not really leading anywhere. How much do I think that Joelee trains on this specific table? Well, a shit ton, bro. That's why I had him here for 10 hours this week. Plus, he's got this table at home. So, yeah, big difference. Big deal. Yeah, it's huge. Yep. Yes. And then the answer to that, Jared, if you were playing a match to another takeaway for Taylor, and I know he's married, he has kids, he's busy, I get all that stuff. Is call me up and come play on the table. It's open. I'm not charging anything. I know it's tricky, but if you got a big match and you're gonna be on a stream, I'd come play on the table. But that's a little late now. But basically, I always tell the story. I played a match against this guy. He likes to drag around a suitcase. He's a 700 and he tries to sell people scam aiming systems. And I played him on this table that was real gaffy that people don't play on at Stooges, the front table, the premier table. And I went there and I took it lightly and I lost 15 to 10 or 11 or whatever, 12. I don't remember the score. Even this is fucking years ago. Okay, so what I did was I reran it back and I told him I'll play again in 2 weeks. And I went there and I put 20 hours on that table 2 days before. So we were playing on a Saturday. Didn't work Thursday, didn't work Friday, 10 hours each day on that table. By the time Saturday came around, Bob's your uncle, beat him both sets, was comfortable, everything was good. So yes, getting on the equipment you're going to play on is absolutely critical. So yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Yep. Okay. Yep. Oh, I'll tell you another story. Same table. We were there and my guy that I used to travel around with, starts with a D, ends with an Emmy. We were playing. I used to promote tournaments, like local tournaments, and try to get people to play and everything like that. So I promoted a local 4-person tournament, and it was not handicap, races to 9 on big table, same table, gaffy table. It's a Gabrielle with super tight pockets and fast rails, and everything's weird and not normal. And Dem and I went there, and Dem put in that same. Oh, here you go. Stick that 12 into the 14, stick the rock behind the 8. Joelee sees it. Don't move until you see it, Wade Skins. He's going to hit the shot. This shot's going to be Joelee hitting the 12 into the 14 and sticking that cue ball right behind the 8 because it's a game winner. So Joelee sees it right now. So if he executes it, that's different. But he sees it, I think. I think he's going to hit it. And the only thing I could see going wrong is he decelerates and doesn't get a rail. So here we go. Yep. Who cares about the execution, Joelee? That's a killer winning shot. Yeah, Jared. Yep. People know in Minnesota what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to drop names, but he beat me. So I paid the man his money. We were playing like a race to 15 for 250, and then we came back in 20 hours, and I got him both sets for 500. Click, clack, pop. And then Dem, I will talk about Dem because he's fine. He's whatever. I'm just trying, and this is a compliment to Dem. Dem was going to play a 4-person tournament, and I went there with Dem, and we put in at least 1 8 to 10 hour day on that table, if not 2, the same way. And that's $100 4-person tournament, and Demi put 10 to 20 hours into that table. So yeah, it's a thing. Oh, that was not good. So here the pattern is 13, 14, 15, 12. Yep. I mean, the only other thing you could do is 13, 15, 12. Nah, I got to get rid of the side pocket balls. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that's a type of prep, and Dem's like a 720 something. And, it's like that's the type of prep that you put in when you want to perform well. So I'm not dogging Taylor and saying, oh, you should have called me and came to my house. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just, you asked a question. I'm just telling you, it's like I'm stop pushing with your tip. Oh, I got to talk to Joelee about that. That's a follow all day. Anyways, I'm coaching Joelee. I'm like super dedicated, and I'm putting hours and hours and hours with Joelee. We quadrupled the training time that I was putting in with him because I just he wasn't practicing enough. So I'm like, I'll pick up the slack, or I'll get him jump started. And so I'm like, come over to my house 5 hours each day. So I knew this was a big set for him and a big match. So I'm like, yeah, bro. Well, I know, Jared. I know, bro. Foul, total foul. Okay. This is friendly pool though. Yeah. See, stop on the 14, shoot the 15. Yeah. Yep. And you got a shit angle on the 14, Joel. You gotta pay better attention to what's going on here. Because now, see, this is no good, bro. Going away from that either of these balls is like a complete not good. Okay. So yeah, so that was my thing, as I knew that the best opportunity that we'd have for Joelee to do well is for him to come to my house and play on this table for 2 5-hour sessions before the match. And, it worked because we were able to develop a lot of things for him and get him to settle down and get more comfortable and all that stuff. But a lot of it is just when he's going to be nervous, right? But now he's been in the environment. He knows the colors of the place. He knows the feel. It's not just the table, it's the environmental comfort too. Like he knows this space. So he has comfort, Now he has more table comfort than Taylor by a long shot, but I'm saying it goes deeper than that, bro. It's deeper than just playing on the tables. When you do this stuff, you have to be comfortable in the environment, meaning, or not comfortable, but familiar. The more familiar you are, the more comfortable you are. He should just chop this ball across by where the chalk is. If he draws this up table, this is a fishy play. So his cue line is right where that ball should roll back to. If he does anything more than that to get closer, it's a mistake. So let's see what he does. I think he's cueing it to come right back where his hand is. I love it. Yeah, that's a great shot, Joelee. That's a great shot. Like a lot of this is what's ridiculous. Okay, he's a 487, quote unquote. He ain't playing like a 487 right now. Taylor's a 540 and he's got a chance to win 7-1. So obviously Jolee's not playing 487 because we're putting in the work and Joelee don't miss. And that was like a pretty high level position play there, honestly, to not come past that side pocket. That was like closer to like, see, I like this, Joelee. I like it, Joelee. Joelee hit a beautiful shot there. He specifically hit that soft because he knows what's up. He knows I'm gonna hang this effing ball if I miss it, and I'm gonna leave him a tough ass shot in the 7. He's gonna have to come with it. That's Joelee. Um, that's Joelee hitting the shot at low speed on purpose. I love it. So 7-1, nice shooting, Joelee. I'm gonna go down and talk to these guys real quick and just make sure we're doing another set because that went pretty fast. But yeah, let me give me a second to take a break here, and then we'll run it back. We'll probably run another race to 7. So hold up, I'll be right back. All right, here we go. We're back. Let's do this. Another race to 7. We're gonna run it back, as we like to say in the pool world. Maybe that's a poker term, running it back. I guess they run it back in pool too. But okay, here we go. Iggy, what's the what? Yeah, thanks, Tim. Yeah, really, 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 honestly. Yeah, Joelee was definitely hitting the better pocket speed as the match went on. For sure, for sure. Yep. Yep. Iggy, welcome. So it's 7-1. What is the okay, yeah. I gotta get the score here. They're just kind of chatting. They'll get going in a second. I told them to give me a few minutes because I was running back to the home studio, aka my bedroom, to do the commentary. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. So I have a question. If anyone knows this, I know nothing about how to do this, but is there a way to Fargo rate that last set? Because I'm like, Taylor's a 540, Joelee wins 7-1. Is there a Fargo rating on that set, or does it not work that way for one set? I'm just kind of curious. I know it's a small sample size. I get all that. But I'm excited about Joelee. I'm proud of Joelee, because I feel like, we did this thing where like, hey, we can get Joelee to 600 in 90 days. And I feel like Joelee just played 600 in that set. I don't know, but I feel like Joelee played really, really smart, good pool. And I'm just proud of him, man. And I'm not trying to sit there and say, oh, me, or I taught him or this and that. It's more about Joelee. I'm excited for Joel. I'm proud of him. And that's it. I'm just excited. I'm proud of him. That's it. So anyways, that's a great set. And, I gave Taylor a hug. And I just told him, hey, man, just shake it off. Let's run it back. It's a new set. Let's try to find it. And yeah, Tim's saying hopefully you can catch a gear. And yeah, I mean, before he catches a gear, he's going to want to just do the simple stuff and kind of shake it off, because he's got great ball pocketing. He's got good knowledge. He's got good things happening. With his game, he just needs to basically just let that set go and just see if he can come out and just one shot at a time, get back into it, and just put some pressure on Joelee and clean up some mistakes and all that stuff. So that's basically it. It's like it comes down to one shot at a time. And yeah, Nancy, they can start. Okay, they're starting. Nancy texted me. I can't really text when I'm in this app thing. Shoot, let me see if I can text her back. Let me see. YES. Okay, I think they're starting anyways. All right, so I texted Nancy. They're starting. Okay, so it's going to come down to can Taylor just do the simple stuff and just figure it out. Okay, what do we got? Depending on the angle, I go 12, 14. So I want to get that 14 out of there. But if he doesn't have an angle, then he's got to go 12. And then I would try to draw back and have an angle on the hash, man. That 14 just needs to go away. That's kind of the problem. Yeah, let's see if he can go forward, he needs to go down for the 14, because he's got multi-ball position on the 14 or the 13. And he's walking down there, but I'd be looking at the 14 on the side. He's looking at something. He's looking at his shape on the 15. I wouldn't want to key ball on the 14. You could key ball on the 14. You could go 12, 15, 13, and then float, like come back 1 or 2 rails for the 14 on the side, at least to the 8. So let's see what he does. The 14 could key ball. It's just, I'd love to get rid of it at the angle. He might not though. It looks pretty straight. So I think it's got to be 15, 14 or 12, 15, 13. Yeah, I'd want some angle on the 15 to get down for the 13 because you don't want to have a steep angle on this 13 to get on the 14. So he might have got too flat on this 15. Unless the 14 goes? Question mark? Well, if that goes, then this is awesome. Yeah, this is automatic. This looks great. Okay. Yep. Awesome. Yep. And I just think he's trying to calculate where's the cue ball going to go, right? This is tricky because if he can make the 14, it's going to hit the 7. It's going to push the cue ball towards the rail. Where you don't want to be is on the rail here. So you want to accelerate through and just get off that side rail. See what he does. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, he probably, did he miss it? The question I'd have there, Taylor, when you come back and watch this, did you miss it because it was really tight, or did you miss it because you were nervous? Because if you missed it because it was really tight, you had almost ball and hand shape there. So I probably would have shot that in the other side pocket because it just didn't really go, right? So now Joeelee's got to just put all his chips in on making this 4 and just that's it. Just push this 4 in and you're kind of natural to leave some sort of shot on the 5. Oh, bad hit. I don't know about that one, Tim. I don't know. I think it was a good hit. So Joelee don't miss unless he does, but that was perfect there. That's a pretty free shot for Joelee. Steve Youth has a bad hit too. Okay, well, what do I know? I'm so interested in everything else besides reffing the match. Like I just assumed it was a good hit. I don't have a replay either. But yeah, that was a free shot because if Joelee makes the shot, he wins the game, and if he misses, he's still got a chance. The only downside of that shot is just, you can't predict it, but the 4 ball ended up in a bad spot. But whatever, it's good. Now he's just got to bunt this. Well, that's interesting because you could kind of bunt on top of the 14, or like this is a good shot. Yeah, see, I like that shot, Taylor. You gave yourself a chance to win the game, right? Because now Joelee's got to hit this 7, make it, not hit the side point, and come down table for the 5 with flat enough where he doesn't go racing back up table. So, and you put the 14 ball right in the hole. So that was a great shot, Taylor. So far, so good. And Joelee, if you shoot this on the side, I get it. It's if it's easier to pocket, but I don't see you walking down table, so I'm assuming you're just shooting the corner. Yep. Yep, that's good. Great. Good to great. Now, yeah, that's one of those shots, Joelee, too. I'm and Joelee's in a street fight mode right now. He's just absolutely street fighting. He's doing a lot of things great. Joelee, just, moving forward, all I need you to do is just walk around a little bit more and realize that this is not a winning position for you, right? Now, just blast this 5 in, cut it. You know how to hit this shot. It's at such a steep angle. It's going to go right by. Oh, you can't reach it. Well, this is no good. This is a mistake. There's no safety here, Joelee. Are you shooting the 4? Wrong ball. Nope, wrong ball. Got to shoot the 5 and go right back where your cue is on that line and come right back to where the 5 is. This is a game loser. Because there's no way he's going to get back on the 5 if he even happens to make this ball, which is no jar of pickles. The 5's way easier to pocket than the 4. So, yep. I would just basically when I saw him get on that 4 with that bridge, I'm like, okay, 1-0 Taylor. So that's how bad of a shot that was. Okay. Okay. So Taylor, now when you shoot, see, I like shooting this 13 first, maybe. Yeah, you're fine. No, you're good. You're good. You just yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're good. get the one out of the pocket. It's less cue ball movement. This is money, no problem. So just want to guarantee you get an angle on the 13 to come into the 8 in the same pocket. So perfect. Okay. Now, I'm gonna check. This is a nerve check now. If he drags this up for the 8 in the other pocket, it's a mistake. He just wants to run right past. Yeah, I don't like this. See, that's why right there. You know, I talk about roll versus stun. That's why. If he would have rolled it and hit that where that rack is on the side of the rail and just ran right past the 8, he would have been shape all the way towards the side pocket. Because he stunned it, the game is now not over. It's in jeopardy. So, yep, because Jolee's got that 4 hanging in the pocket and the 5's right next to it. So Taylor's in a lot of he's got a lot of pressure on him right now. He's a good ball pocketer. I'd be hitting high on this ball, not low. This ball does not scratch with the high ball. So, yep, I mean, it worked. It worked. Maybe he's more comfortable with a low ball there, but yeah, high rolling ball was the shot there. But yep, he got it to go, and it was a great shot. Nice shot, Taylor. Excellent. So, okie doke. Yes, Steve Miller. It was a makeable shot. We could tell by the fact that he made it. No, just kidding. Yeah, it was a makeable shot. It's just what I'm saying is that stun up table that's just not the way to play shape there. You want to roll and go along your line with the 8. That's it. So if you go back and look at it, Taylor, it's cool. You won the game. Awesome. And but that's just a natural one rail rolling shot. You would have had a lot easier position on the 8 and a lot closer position. All right. So now Joelee showed a little bit of like frustration-ish after that game. So let's see. Is that going to matter? Is he now gonna miss shots because he's thinking I'm supposed to win every set 7-1? And is he gonna start spewing oil? Like this is what we find out now. Like we're gonna check Jolee's character, right? Because sometimes it's difficult to win when you came out and had a big win in the first set. So see here, you have to look at it and say, what's my most high percentage shot to make the ball and get shape? Is it to stun it and just play for that 12, or is it to roll through and play for the 15? We're going to see what Joelee likes. He can accelerate with a follow shot and go down for the 15. And that's what he decided. And I like it. He decided on the shot and it's good. Meaning like it worked out really well. The only advantage to him hitting a stop shot and playing the 12 is it clears out the spot for the 13, because the 13 is it's a little tricky to get around. So now he should be walking over, not there, nope, unless he's so straight that he has to play there. That's not the best, bro. Yeah, he might be. Yeah. Well, okay, now this is why maybe like stopping the ball if you were comfortable on that last shot, because you'd have an angle on the 12 to clear it out, opens up the pocket for the 15, for the 13 over in that pocket by the 8, or you could shoot 15, 13 in the side 8. But this is now I'm looking at this pattern saying, obviously, if he would have had an angle, this would have been easier. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is trouble. This is not good. This is not a good spot. Yeah, now I'm going to want to shoot the 13, I think. Yep. Yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough. Yep. I'm going to say that if this game is a problem, it's because he should not have followed down. He should have shot the 12 next. Okay. So sometimes we got to shoot. Yeah, because he just fanned that just into space and now he lost the game. Yep. So yeah, Taylor's real natural to go down for the 7, then to the 8. So on that game, Joelee, I think I'd go back and set those up and look at that 12 as your second ball because it opens up that 13 and you just had congestion there basically. And yeah, I know it might have been a little tougher, but it was just kind of a stop shot and leaving a long angle on the 12 because I think you kind of had shape. So you kind of played shape when you sort of had it on the 12, and then clearing the 12 would open up the rack better. So I kind of got into a rabbit hole, not a rabbit hole, but a thought of, well, I want you to cinch it, I want you to make it, but the reality is you got to play the not the cinch shot all the time or whatever, but like the shot. Oh my gosh, that's the worst place in the world he could have got. That's tough action. Um, but shooting like the correct shot, right? So now I would consider looking at the side pocket here, depending how flat it is and being jacked up, because you really have to pop this thing to get it up by the 13. So I might just bunt it and shoot it corner side, just go side pocket all the way with the shape. So let's see. If he plays for the corner and pops it, let's see how it goes. Yeah, see, it's hard to get it up table, right? So I think if he would have just looked at that side pocket, he would be loving it if that ball was a foot down towards the end rail and shooting the 8 on the side right now. So exactly. Yeah. So, yep. Okay. So I think there was a little bit of a decision error there on Jolee's part. Not really execution, just decision. Taylor made a little decision error on position, but he made the ball. Nice shot, Taylor. Excellent, excellent, excellent shot. So now we're going to see Jolee's character, because Jolee's starting to spew some oil a little bit, and Taylor's starting to take the opportunities, right? So this is why we play the games, because we get to see how we handle when we're doing great, how we handle when we're doing poorly, and yeah. So now we get to see if Joelee can regroup, because I'm going to tell you right now, Jolee's in trouble. It might not look like it because it's early in the set, but there's been a serious momentum change. It's early in the set, but it's very important that that Joelee gathers himself. Okay, this is a total drill. And the funniest part of this situation is that Joelee and I just did this drill. I mean, honestly, this is the exact thing we just practiced. Shooting the ball down the rail. I think Tim would remember this. This is the drill. And I think the shot is the 15 ball, because the 15 will go to any ball. So basically you're just going, it's a drill. It's just because you're not going to shoot solids. That 5's trash. Um, I just don't like it. It's not no good. And I wouldn't shoot the 14 because it's straight in. I might shoot the 12 and draw over, but that side pocket's pretty big. The 14's the last ball I'd shoot. This isn't going to lead to anything, especially if you stun it. You're going to run into that 12 and not have a shot. So let's see what happens. Yep, no good. Game loser. Okay, so that was a shot that was awful. Like zero confidence, giving up on your stroke, not thinking it through, not taking the 10 hours, like the 5 hours of hitting that shot on that 15 ball was just hanging there waiting for Joelee to shoot it in, because we just hit that thing literally hundreds and hundreds of times. So that's okay. Probably going to cost him the game, and could cost him the set because he's starting to spew oil. But we are playing amateur pool, so that can happen. Okay. Because that was a situation where if I was Taylor, I'd want to cut Jolee's heart out. Just cut it out and serve it to him on a platter. But But yeah. See, I don't know what Joelie's doing here. Like, you got to shoot this 13 and break out those balls because there's an insurance ball. This is the wrong shot, Joelee. Wrong shot. It's not leading anywhere. That 5 ball's trash. It's going to cost you the game. This is 13 ball all the way down. Literally, you've hit hundreds of these in the last couple of days, and you're just missing it. You're even like ball in hand on this breakout shot. This is terrible. Just makes me sad. But I'll get over it because now he's doubled up on the 7 and the 4, and the 5 ball screwed. Oh, oh man, you deserve to sleep in your car, Joelee, after that shot. You and Nancy. Okay, I gotta go check out the comments. Does anybody have anything to share about this? This is killing me. Okay. 5 minutes ago, I'm saying let's check Jolee's Fargo. Now I'm saying Jolee's spewing oil. Well, yeah. He took, yeah, exactly. Okay, I don't know what Joelee did there. I'm trying to read the comments. Yeah, Mr. Glenn 99. Yeah, he took it in because it was the easiest shot, but that's not how we play pool. We don't shoot the easiest shot. Like, there's nothing to be gained and grow. You can't grow your game shooting the easiest shot. That's it. We're here to test ourselves for Joelee. Like, if Jolee's going to play 600 plus pool, he can't be afraid to shoot a shot that he's hit literally 400 times in the last, 4 days. And he's hits at like an 80% range, maybe 90. That shot in the 15 I was begging him to shoot, just by the way, to open this game, he made it 30 times in a row in practice. So for him to pass that shot up and shoot some ineffectual Frady Cat bunch shot, no good. No good. And then to miss looking at that 13 and breaking out the balls with like literally ball in hand angle shape on the similar shot. Joelee was 90% to make that shot in training. And he's gonna get away with it here, but he's not gonna get away with it with me, but Taylor might let him out of the trap here. And it's not over because that the shot now is just push this 13 into that 7, and Taylor's in a good spot. Just replace that 7 with the 13. You could even literally call the ball and hit some draw or stun and play for the 12 in the side. But, knock this 13 with the 7 is the shot. Trying to play behind these 2 balls on a soft shot is not the right shot. So let's see what he comes up with. But yeah, what I'm saying is Joelee made that 15 ball 30 times in a row. Yeah, that's not the shot. Nope. Because Joelee can bank this 5 in and win the game. That's it. He can bank the 5 in and win the game. I don't know if he's going to see it, but he might shoot it. But yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying is like Joelee for Joelee to choose a shot that's more makeable is not the way he's going to grow his game and develop his game. His thing is to hit shots that he's hit in training and recognize those opportunities and just spear them in and win the game and that's it. So bunting in a shot, that was not good. Bunting in a shot, he's going to get lucky here with the cue ball. Is old Joelee. We're trying to get the new Joelee, basically, is what I'm saying, Glenn. And we don't need more old Joelee bunting in shots and not playing position. That's not going to get anywhere for him. We need the new Joelee, and the new Joelee is Joelee hit that shot 300 times, which is new Joelee because he never used to train. And then when he got into a game that we're training, this is a game they're not gambling, they're on a stream and there's pressure, and I get it, but we gotta go for it, right? And that's it. So we gotta go for it. Because that's the new Joelee. The new Joelee goes for it. All right, so 4 into the 7. Just play out towards center just in case they both go in for some weird reason. But it's like 4 into the 7, and then the 5 leads to the 8 with the cue ball on right towards the center. So it's 4 to the 7, and then 4 to the 5 in the center, and then roll in that 5 ball. and it's another shot that Joelee hit hundreds of times, is that cut down that center cut. And Tim Hogan could attest that that see, I would have liked to play the 5 ball as a key ball. This 4 ball as a key ball is not good. So I might actually just play the 4 to the 5 because the 5 leads to the 8 better than the 4. See, he's playing this weird 4 ball key ball because he's afraid of playing position on the 5 because he figures he has it. He's kind of, this is like some higher level stuff, right? You pass on the easier shot to play position, even though you have position on it, because what he's going to end up with here is really bad shape for the 4 to the 8. This is just not a good spot. He's straight in. He's rail to rail. He's just very low percentage he's going to have anything other than a bank. Because him getting up here, I mean, maybe, but it's, yeah. And I wouldn't shoot the 4 to clear the corner pocket there, Steve. I would have shot the 4 because you need an angle to get on the 8, and he has no angle right now. Okay, so he's got no angle, and he's going up toward the 8, and he might be able to force something, but we'll see. Oh, he did it. Nope. See? What I literally said, the best he's going to end up with is a bank on the 8, and here he is with a bank on the 8. It's like I have a crystal ball. And the reason why is because he didn't have enough angle. So now he doesn't have to cut bank this. He has to stun bank it. So just look at the bank, Joelee. Don't hit it too hard. Don't overthink it. Just spin bank this thing in. Yeah, I don't know. Joelee doesn't, okay. Okay, so this is not right. This doesn't even go this way, Joelee. Yeah, it doesn't, it wasn't, yeah. Nope. Nope. That was a pinch bank. That yeah, that was just Joelee doesn't play a lot of banks, so he doesn't really know how the balls bank. But yeah, so Joelee spewing oil. That was something we talked about at the beginning of the set. And Taylor, let's see if Taylor can take advantage of it, because he's got Joelee on the ropes right now, right? I mean, I would say that Joelee is officially on the ropes, and Taylor might let him off the ropes, or he might come up with a shot. And yeah, he did try to bank it, Tim. He just didn't know how to bank it correctly. That's all. That's it. That's what I think. Because I'm gonna say that Joelie's in the weeds right now. It's very okay. We're 2-0 and Taylor's shooting the 8. I'm gonna call it. Joelee might lose this set 7-0, and it's yeah, he just might. That now Taylor is not quite out of the weeds either, so that could help Joelee, but Jolee's definitely in the weeds here. So so that's what you're watching, is a guy that went and played a set that probably was in the 600s, and now Joelee is back into the 400s now in this set. And this is how we build character, right? We either find if we can get out of the 400s. I'm just putting numbers on these guys so you can understand level of play and stuff going on. But what I'm saying is, this is a great shot other than the scratch. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's a great shot, Joel. You just had to avoid that scratch a little bit more. Yeah, the double kiss Diaz X. I mean, yeah. But if you can't avoid the double kiss, then you don't hit an ineffectual cut bank. That's not even going to go near the pocket. You got to play a safety or something. I think it's a knowledge thing on that bank, Diaz. I don't think Joelee has the knowledge on how to pinch bank at slow speed with inside. I think it's a knowledge thing, right? So that bank did not double kiss. I don't think. I mean, just by looking at it, it looked like it wasn't like straight in, but it definitely, you could have hit it a little thinner to avoid the kiss and slow spun it with spin to pinch it. But that's an advanced bank. I get it. But you know, that was just a knowledge thing, I think. I don't think it was a nerves thing. Okay. But, you know, when you're nervous, you lose your executive function and you sort of do shit that doesn't work. So, you know, the only reason I'll say that this is like an oil spewing fest for Joelee is because that's what I'm that's what I'm watching. I'm just calling it like I see it, right? And you know, if it doesn't bank, if there's double kiss, then find a safety, put the 8 in front of the pocket and make them earn it. You know, just don't ineffectually shoot a bank that doesn't go. All right, so now Joeelee's still in trouble, right? He's going to probably shoot this 7 on the side and let his cue ball go and just hope for something good because he's down 3-0. He's losing his executive function after every shot he shoots. It gets worse and worse and worse at this point. That's why I said 7-0's in play for Taylor here. But we'll see. Because actually what Joelee should do is just chip safety the 13 because now he might just wing at this 7 and hope, right? Watermelon gum, exactly. He needs a piece of the watermelon gum, exactly. Okay. So this is just a hopeful shot right now for Joelee. It's no plan, no nothing, just spraying the ball. Like this is Joelee. This is the old Joelee's popping up, right? This is the old Joelee's back, and it's a bummer, and it's hard to watch, but it's fun to watch because we can see what happens when you lose your ability to planned out a map and did all the stuff and then ground in the 7 and tried to do. But that was just him shooting and hoping that some shit happens. That's good, and that's old Joelee. So now old Joelee just cost himself a game because it's 4, 7, 6, 8, and it's supernatural, right? So we'll see if Taylor can do it. Yeah, exactly, Steve. That's exactly what's happening. And I'm not dogging him, bro. I'm just pointing it out and saying, yes, when we're stressed, we go back to our old habits. And when we think that we can relax, quote unquote, see, Joelee won 7-1, so he probably thought, well, it's the Joelee show. Everything's good. I'll be good to go from here. But the problem is, that's where character's built in sets like this and in sessions like this, because you go back and you look at this after the fact when you're Joel and you say, you know what, I have to understand that when I come out strong, that it's possible that I could just think, oh, now it's easy. Now I can relax. Now I don't have to walk the table. Now I don't have to stress. Now I don't have to look at things. And now I can be now it can be easier. I just want it easier, right? And that's what's happening. Is I think that's what can happen. That's probably what's happened with Joelee. He probably took a big breath after the first set and said, well, now I can relax, right? Now I can just let my game come out. And the problem is that he's not good enough in his like higher range with enough experience. He can easily revert back to 450, 480, 425, and that's what's happening. So even with Taylor giving him chances on every single game, he's struggling, right? So now that's good. So let's go. Here we're going to go 12, okay, 15, 13, 14, 8. Okay. I don't know what he's drawing, but it's 12, 15, 13, 14, 8. And this is free, right? Now it's free because the 8 ball's out in space. So let's go. Let's use what we practiced. Let's shoot the 12. Let's shoot the 15. He's been hundreds of shots he's shot. This is the same drill we worked on, the same positioning thing. This is the same thing because we do not want to shoot anything other than the 15 next, okay? Because this is no good. What is he going to do? He's going to shoot the 15 as a key ball. Look, he's staring off into space. He's breathing. He's panting. This is trash, right? If he shoots the 13, 14, 15, he likely loses the game. He needs to put his chips in and shoot this 15 ball because the 15 goes right to the 14, but more importantly to the 13. So this is no good. This is a bad pattern. He should have ground a little harder and looked at the pattern differently. Should have, woulda, coulda. It's fine. It's okay. I don't mean to be so negative here. I'm just talking about like what's going on. What? Hit the reset button. That's right, Tim. I can't do it. I can't do it. I just gotta watch the train wreck. Because this 14-15 is a terrible transition. See, he could be shooting this 14 to get on the 8 right now if he would have went the other pattern. And the sad part is, this is why it's difficult to watch, is because he also worked on this shot too, this draw shot back up table. So we'll see. But the sad part is we hit these back and forth shots hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of time, and he's avoided every opportunity rather than just say, hey, I've hit these hundreds of times. Yep, there we go. Yep. It's okay, Joelee. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, that's right, Diaz. We talk about the habits, and this is Joelee's getting himself some character right now. He's building himself some character. He's gonna learn, and the sad part is that it isn't that I just don't want Joel's takeaway to be if he loses this thing 7-0, which I think it might happen. I just don't want his take. Oh shit! Okay, 3-1. Well, now it's all over. Now it's different. Now Joelee might get some help, right? But if he lost this set 7-0, the biggest mistake a person could make in Joelee's position is to say I suck, right? Because we have ranges and we have to learn and look at. It's like a 50-80 training that I talk about. If you're not a member, you won't know, but if you know, you know. And most of the people watching are probably members anyways, like joint members. But when you do the 50-80 training, you have ups and downs. You miss 4 shots in a row, and we just did this in training with Joelee too, which is you miss shots, but you learn how to come back, accept the missed shots, and regroup, right? And you train the habit of regrouping so that when you get into a difficult situation, you can regroup. So now Joelee's probably outside trying to regroup, and yeah, as he should be, but we'll just see. Basically, if you want to talk about like game theory, not game theory, but like approach, Joelee needs to come back and say, I have to win this game. The governor called. He gave me a reprieve. I was going to be down 4-0. Now it's 3-1. I just have to figure out a way to grind out this game. If that means 1,000 safeties, it means 1,000 safeties. Whatever, right? Okay. And he might not get a chance. I mean, Taylor might just run out. But, yep. And then for Taylor, somehow, some way, shake off that 8-ball scratch. That was a little bit random. He probably thought I was going to hit that solid stripe. They talked about it quite a bit. And now it's like, figure out the pattern, right? Get the 2. Man, let's see. The 12 ball is terrible. You kind of want to get back for it. So I think what I do is go, okay, 14. He's got too much angle, maybe, but I probably I almost shoot the 13 here, but 14, but the 12 is a terrible key ball. So let's see. Okay, perfect. Now you got to come back for the third 12. Now it's money. Come down, slide down for the 12, 12, 15, 8. That's your out. So yes, Steve, sometimes we got to get beat and accept it. Yes, Rick Bearcat. He hasn't won a game even though there's one there. True, true, true. Okay. All righty. Good. Perfect. Now you just got to get on the 15, split the uprights, leave a little angle so you can bounce off that side rail. So you're going to want to go more towards the 4 than the 5, but you're back cutting it. So you might have botched this one, Taylor, because you want to be above this 12, not below it at all costs. Yes, and that's what happened. You want to be above the 12 there, bro. Okay, so now, Joelee, you got to pull your shit together. All due respect. Find an angle off the rail on the 4 to roll down for that 6. This is a super tough situation. The only other thing you could do, shoot in the 5, shoot the 6 into the 12, and stick them behind the 8. But I'd want to be close to the 6 if I was going to do that. So you don't want to be, yeah, I don't even know, bro. The way it's going, this is what I was talking about grinding, son. You got to grind here. I would put this 5 in, and then I'd push that 6 into the 12, block that pocket, and get ball in hand. Running this out with how shitty you're playing right now is a complete mistake. Okay. So now 100% shoot the 6 into the 12, block the pocket for the 8, and hook them on the 15. That's your shot, 100%. Are you going to see it, young Fisher? Or not young Fisher, young Waitskins? Don't move until you see it, Joelee. Don't move until you see it. You don't want to be running out here. You should be walking down around. I don't know what you're looking at over here. Go look behind the 8 ball, bro. Look behind the 8 ball. If you try to make this ball follow this in and snatch the cue ball back, I'm firing you. This is a terrible shot. I think he's got to be playing safety. Yep, high ball. Good. He's playing the shot. He just didn't walk and look. So if he leaves a shot in the 15 here, that's a big fumble. And he did. Did he call that shot? Oh, that was a mistake. Bro, okay. That's okay. It's okay. That was a soft bunt safety all the way. So that was just a not understanding strategy in the situation. So yep. Because this is just a shit show now. He's jumping. Joelee never jumps, so this is very likely he'll lose this game. He might not even hit this 4. So that's the way it goes. Is he using my cue? Does he even own a jump cue? I think he's using my jump cue. He's probably in my bag grabbing my jump cue because I don't think he owns one. Is that a red cue tech by any chance? Oh shit. Okay, so now Joey's practicing his jump shots on a stream. Good for him. Okay. He's gonna get lucky. Yep. Yeah, there's a scoreboard over the side, bro. We got a scoreboard. All right. Okay, so now Taylor's got a bad bank angle. Joelee got lucky. Yep. I don't know if he can chop this across. He might be able to spin it. And what would he do? Take the 4? Not really good safety here. He let him out of the trap. Yep. Yeah, Steve, what happened there, Steve, I was just talking about. The speed he hit it at was too hard, because if he hits it soft, the thing I was trying to say, guys, is that he needs to walk around and look at where that 8 ball is in relation to the 6 ball, so that he knows that he only has to hit it and roll it forward like 3 or 4 inches. So that's going to be a very soft shot, and there's no chance he's going to pocket the 6, and he's going to block the pocket. But he did not do that, so he accelerated through, hit a hard shot, pocketed, hooked himself on his ball, and it was just a fumble. It was just a speed fumble and not walking the table. Just ease up there. Are you talking about easing up on the shot? Yeah, it's not the reason why he didn't ease up is because he did not look and see how soft he truly needed to hit it. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. So, yep. Okay, so Taylor, you're letting Joel out of the trap right now. Which is yeah, exactly, Mr. Glenn. We got it. He could be up 5-0 easily. Yes. He's but this is amateur pool, right? This is not like yes, Steve, we're saying the same thing. I'm saying the reason why he didn't ease up is because he didn't know what speed to hit it at, because he didn't walk and look at it. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, Steve. Okay. So yes. Okay, Joel is not coming to life, Steve. Taylor's letting him back in it, just so you know. Okay. So where are we at here? Okay, I'm not trying to get in a fight with you, Steve. I'm just trying to explain to you what's happening. You can look at it the way you look at it. I'll look at it the way I look at it. Not that we disagree, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, Taylor let him back in the set, and Joelee hasn't done anything really that great to get his 2 games. He's made a lot of mistakes, which is fine. I'm not picking on the guy. I love him, man. I got like all the time in the world into him and helping him, and I love Taylor and I love both these guys. I'm just talking about how can we learn about what's going on here. And the reason why, yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, we can look at this. Yeah, I see the score too. I'm talking about not the score, not the result. I'm talking about what's going on with the shots that are selected and the way they're shot. Okay. Not what the score says. Friendly talk, but not much, both trying to focus. Yep. Okay. So what I'm saying is Steve wants to fight. Exactly, Iggy. Okay, what I'm saying is I have been in exactly probably 1,000 matches like this, and I'm sharing with you at different levels. And I've watched thousands of matches like this or hundreds of matches like this. So I'm trying to share with you guys the game of what's happening outside of the game, the things that aren't being. I know, Steve, we're not fighting. We're just talking. No, everything's cool. Steve and I are awesome. What I'm trying to share with you guys is this is like shit that I went through when I was 14 years old. I've played 100 matches like this when I was 15 years old. Okay, I've played 1,000 matches like this over 40 years, and I'm just sharing with you what's happening in all the hundreds, if not thousands, of matches that I've played, and all the stuff I've done where I've melted down and I've been in problems and I've been in a position where I'm hooking myself with 4 balls on the table, and all that stuff. So that's what I'm trying to give you guys, more than just the pattern stuff. I'm trying to give you what's happening with these players and what kind of experience are they going to be picking up out of this, because you can't look at the score other than as a reference point, and you can look at the score and you can say, what do I do in the set when the score is like this? And I know you can't quote unquote play the score, but you can't be oblivious to it, and you have to understand like patterns of behavior and patterns of play and things like that. So yeah, thanks, Steve. That's what I'm trying to share with you guys. Is it's hard for people to see what I see because, like I said, I've been doing it for 40 years, and I've done it at amateur level. I've done it in professional type matches, all that stuff. So I'm just trying to share with you guys my experience. Okay, now, now the 8 ball is all that matters here, right? You got to go down and look, Taylor, and see what's up with that. Yeah, this is no good. Because if you can't break this 8 out because it doesn't go anywhere. That 6-4 is like a wild ass shot. You'd have to get lucky to get shape on. So, oh well, the 7 was there, so that did. Oh no, he missed the 7. Okay, that was just crazy down. Okay, let's see. How do you think about changing tempo speed? Would it help a leader allow I behind? Sometimes someone behind it works to my advantage. Speed of play. Okay, Mr. Glenn. Yes. When Joelee starts absolutely spewing oil, fast play never helps. I mean, I just can't say it enough. So 13, 14, 12, 8. Let's go. That's it. 13, 14, 12, 8. The 14 goes by. Yeah, Rick Bearcat. I'm not like a big tempo changing guy either. It's a process. So to answer your question, Mr. Glenn, I think being aware if you're struggling, if you like, okay, for Taylor, you have to look, if you're making a shit ton of mistakes, it's probably because you're shooting too fast. Okay, it's hardly ever that you're shooting too slow and you're out of your quote unquote rhythm, especially at the 480 to 530 level. So this is the wrong ball, Joelee. Completely wrong ball. 13, 14, 12, Bob's your uncle. So you got a bad pattern here if you shoot that. Okay, now you're looking at it right. So yeah, Yep, Ray Phillips. Yep, play for both balls. But you don't even need to play for both balls because the 14's automatic and the 12's automatic for the 8. So that's the only pattern to shoot here is 13 on the side. That's it. Because if the 14 doesn't go, this is terrible, Joelee. Ugh, this makes me sad. But okay, yeah, this is terrible. But that's fine because the 13's harder to get on the 8 than the 12 is. I think Joelee's up his he's see Joelee is here's what happens. Okay, who cares about what I was just saying? I want to talk about this shot right here. Joelee got in his brain and he said, "Oh, side pockets are trash balls." The problem is we've had the conversation before that when a ball's literally hanging in the side pocket, it is no longer a trash ball. So that was his key ball. So he just got confused. And the reason why he's confused is because Joelee's lost his executive function. He's completely playing like terrible right now. So this is fine. I mean, at least he made it and he's got a shot to win and he just rolls it in, but it's not good. It's not good. So this is a result of what you guys are seeing. You have to forget about the score and look at the shot selection and the execution. So the shot selection and the execution is that of a person that has lost their executive function, meaning they're not thinking well, meaning they're not making good decisions and they're not executing well. And that's what we have to look at. So Joelee has not thought well, looked well, done well this entire set. Even though the score is 3-2, I'm not being mean, and I'm not saying, oh, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. It should be 5-0. But what I'm saying is, from Joelee's side, who came out like a house on fire, and now he's completely spewing oil and the wheels are off. That's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. He's making bad decisions. He's shooting bad shots. He's reverted back, and that's it. So now Taylor, shoot the 7, miss the scratch, and shoot the 6-4 or whatever. Or the problem with shooting the 4 here is you can't get on the 6. So you're going to have a situation where if you shot the 4, you'd be bing, back, boom. You'd be all kinds of moving back and forth up and down the table. So the shot is to find the pocket 7 and win the game. I think that's it. You just got to find the pocket on the 7. Because if you're afraid of pocketing the 7 because you're scratching or you don't like shooting with stun or whatever, how are you going to play 4 ball, 7 ball, 6 ball, 8 ball? Like you're going to play 5-foot shape. That's what he's looking at right now. And then you're going to play back down another 7-foot shape. And you're going to play like 25 feet of shape or whatever by the time you get to the 8 ball versus hitting one shot and the game's kind of over. So. Yep. See, that's the problem. That's why we shoot the 7 there, because you shoot one tough shot and the game's over. Now the game continues, right? That's it. Okay. Let's see. Piers he isn't picking his key ball. Are you talking about Joelee? You're talking about Taylor. That's what I'm curious on. Because okay. All right. Well, now the governor called again. This is the 3rd time he's called, and he said, Joelee, taking you out of the electric chair. And now Joelee's got to make this ball, not worry about shape on the 8, and just put this ball down. Okay. Right. Check it out. Yeah, the governor called with the reprieve, bro. See, that's pokey. Joelee knows it. And now he's bending down and not good. So that's pokey. That's Yep. So that was Joelee. We got the old Joelee back. He's been here. The scoreboard's not reflecting it because he looks like he's in the set, but Joelee's completely out of the set in all reality. But it literally, depending on what Taylor does or doesn't do, could put him back in the set, right? So Taylor got him. I mean, this is okay. I'm just gonna say The score could be 3-3 after this ball, and that is entirely Taylor. It almost has zero to do with Joelee. Okay. And that's just a reality. And this is my best friend I'm talking about. This is a guy that I'm saying we're building over to 600. I'm just saying this is like 425 pool that Jolee's playing in this set, and Taylor isn't playing much higher. And this is just a reality, you know. And the thing for Taylor, right, is to come back and look at this set and say, you know what? I got to stomp on this guy's throat when he's playing this bad. I just got to find some confidence and figure it out. But Taylor's got his own things he's struggling with, right? And I get it. I get it. It's just as hard for Taylor as it is for Joelee. So, yeah, it's contagious. Both unraveled in this one. Yeah, this whole set is. There's a mouse under Nancy's chair. Don't tell Nancy. I have mice in my garage. I live in the country. Come on. Okay. Tim, shush, man. Nancy's gonna scream. Let's see if Nancy jumps out of her chair and starts screaming. Oh shit. Yeah, basically, it is contagious. They both are unraveling. This is a 3-3 set of guys playing under 450 pool, basically, or 450 pool, let's call it. I don't know, maybe, yeah, right around 450. So the first set, Joelee was looking like, you know, executing and doing well and looking like 600, and Taylor looked shaky. And now Taylor and Joelee are both shaky, and it's just this kind of muddy dog fight back and forth. So that's okay. So we'll see. Does anybody want to step up and try to execute and take control? That's what we're looking at. And I get it, man. Yeah, I mean, it's tough, right? Did he make 2 stripes? No, that's green stripes down there. Okay. It's tough, right? I think you shoot the 7 here. But you got to walk down, Taylor, and find the line because you don't want to bang into shit and you want to try to come up with a shot. So if I'm shooting the 7, I'm walking down the other direction, the other side of the table, and I'm looking at that 5-4 position. I'd like to get on that 4 ball next and have the 5 ball as a backup. So just to kind of randomly shoot the 7 and float the cue ball, this is not good. You might get away with it, but this is not good. Oh, he shot in the corner like a boss, but that's not leading anywhere. So why just shoot that shot? It looked great, but it wasn't leading anywhere. I think that shooting that ball on the side, missing the stripe down here. Now he's playing a kind of a weird safety. I would not play the safety. I'd shoot the 5, bro, because the 5 leads to the 4, and there's no shot anyways if you miss it. So this is not any good, Taylor. That was not good. You shoot the 5 there. You play shape on because the 4 was blocking the 14, and there's no way Jolee's going to run out. And you had a chance to win the game if you would have shot the 5. You could have rolled up soft, left the 5 in the pocket. Now Jolee's going to do what? If I was Joelee, I'd be trying to put him back on that rail, but I'd think about where's the 14 ball going to go? You don't want to cluster anything up. So let's see what he does. Okay, yep, he's too far off the rail. Yep, I get it. It's not a shot that Jolee's not a 1 pocket player. I mean, that's a 1 pocket type shot to freeze the rock on the rail. So it's like, it's hard, man. It's like, okay. Yeah. I mean, overall, okay, let's not talk about the execution. Let's talk about the decision. The decision was good. That's a good decision. Good decision, Joelee. I gotta get positive here. Just lighten these effers up. I gotta be more positive. Okay. Nice shot, Taylor. Yeah. Excellent shot. Now, what does Joelee do? Cut the 14 and hang it in front of the 6 and 4 pocket in that corner and block the pocket. And if you don't block it and you actually make the 14, then you run out the game. So this is a speed controlled, leggy 14 ball over to that left-hand pocket on the left of us watching. And that cue ball naturally just floats down for that 15. And you shoot the 15, you shoot the 12, you get on the 8, and Robert is your mother's brother. Okay, let's do this, Joelee. If you shoot this in the other pocket, literally never talking to you again. Okay, shoot in the right pocket. Now he's going to have to hit it at a bunty speed to kind of Yeah, he's kind of. Let's see. What is he doing? Let's see what he does. If he plays safety here, it's a mistake. So he did it. He did it. I like it, Joelee. Bad execution ish. Because you got the 14 on the wrong side. You need to get it to the other side rail. But I like what you did. It might cost you the game depending on what Taylor comes with here. Because Taylor might just spear in this 5 and be like, forget this noise. I'm Taylor. And I snap in these balls. I wouldn't roll forward here, Taylor. I know you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable, but yeah, that's why. It's like if you're gonna go for the win, baby. Because now you're in a losing spot. You're jacked up. Either ball, if you miss, could lose the game. So let's go. Let's try to win the game on the 5 ball and play some position, not cinch the ball. So I talk about that. Cinching the ball. Okay. One way you can get over 540 is by not cinching balls. One way to 600, 625, 650 is to stop cinching balls and start shooting shots under pressure where you are playing the cue ball and the ball. Because he kind of stood up there and just shot a ball that he was comfortable with to try to make it. And now he is in jeopardy of losing the game. So he might have made one more ball this game, but he could also likely lose the game because this is a losing shot. Yep. I mean, he might get lucky and not lose the game, but likely he should lose the game now. This should just be over, right? Joelee could just go 15, 14, multi-ball position for the 14. So he's going to want to look at his spot. Not there, Joelee. You're on the wrong side of the 14. Okay. Okay. This is, if he comes between the 12 and the 14 here because he floats and doesn't come through the zone, I'm going to have an aneurysm. Okay, he came through his zone. That's fine. See, now he should shoot the 14 and probably play the 12. Or he's got to get real good on the 14 to shoot the 12. See, we're talking about side pocket balls or trash key balls. When they're 3 feet away from the pocket, they are. If they're 6 inches away from the pocket, they're great. So now I would actually not shoot the 14 as a key ball because it's too far away from the side pocket. And the 12 floats down table really nice. So playing this 14 a key ball is a huge mistake. So hopefully he doesn't do the opposite what he should be doing, and that's just walking around the table and looking at where he can reach and where can he end up with an angle on 12 because he does not want to draw back and get straight in here. That works. Okay, I like it. Now, Joelee, you're going to cut this 12, beat the scratch in the side, and go past the side pocket. Right. See, he never looked at the rail of where he's trying to get. He's kind of pointing his cue at his position zone. This is a big no-no. We don't want to wave our cue over randomly at a position zone. We want to design the shot because he's not connected to this shot at all right now. He's totally guessing at his shape right now. He's guessing at an area sort of past the side pocket. He has no connection to the shot. Let's see what happens. Okay, yep, and that's why he pushed through his zone because he just randomly shot it. And he just got nervous and tried to just make the ball, and now here he is. He's got no shape. Yep, Tim Hogan, build the shot, right, baby? Well, Iggy, Nancy Hazelton, what's that look for, Nancy? The mouse. Nancy just did the my favorite emoji. Okay, so cut this thing in the side, Joelee, and let it dribble in the pocket, right? Are you banking it? You haven't made a bank yet. The corner pocket? Are you kidding me? Well, it's in. The good news is it's in front of the pocket. The bad news is Taylor can just snap bank in this 4, get shape on the 6, and win the game. I think if you cut it in the side, Taylor would have been in a world of hurt because you could have hung it in front of the side pocket and had him 6 feet or 4.5, 5 feet up table on the rail, on the end rail, like looking down the barrel at these balls. See, now Taylor's in like a free shot. He should not be hitting this with the high ball. Playing safety is no good here too either, Taylor. Go for the win, baby. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it, but See, if Joelee hits this ball and doesn't make it, you're still effed, Taylor. That's the problem. And this is I'm telling you, this is like a basic kick shot. And it's so far in the pocket, Taylor, that he probably can make this. Now, I'm not saying Joelee can make it because he's not lining it up. He's just guessing. But what I'm saying is, like, he could luckily just double kiss this ball, leave it in the hole, and leave you jacked up. So I don't know, man. I like going for the win there. I do. You're just saying I'm going to bank and go for the win. Now, I get it. You're playing a guy that's a 489, but he has played some okay pool on you, or decent, well, good pool the first set, let's say. But see, there's just doesn't matter who it is. This can actually go bad for you, Taylor, with this ball in the jaws. If it was farther out, maybe, but it's in the jaws. So, and Joelee hit that like a fish. Like you don't hit it at that speed, bro. And the reason why is all you got to do is nudge that 8-ball, Joelee. So you hit it. That was hard to watch. Okay. That was just hard to watch. Joelee, set that shot up again. If you come back and watch this, which I don't even know if you're going to, it would be great if you were to watch this match because you would go back and set that up and just realize you're about an 80% favorite from that position that you're in because you can just hit that 8 and either make it, hit the rail first, or you could hit it without hitting the rail first, but hitting at that speed was just an absolute losing speed. Like you can't control that. You don't, there's no way you'd want to kick at that speed. There's no reason. You're not trying to kick it and play safe. Now you're slamming your hand down and you're frustrated. Oh man. I don't know. I don't know. You and Nancy are sleeping in the car tonight. Yeah, that's a good learning spot for both you guys. Taylor, not a really good safety. It's a normal mistake to make. I see people make it when that 8-ball's hanging in the pocket. All Joelee needed to do was hit that at a softer speed, and just most of the time he's going to hit it. A lot of the time he's going to make it. Barely ever is he going to scratch, and a lot of the times when he hits it, even if he doesn't make it, you're absolutely screwed. So just a bad safety, bro. I'm sorry. I'll still love you. Just saying. Takeaways. What's Nancy doing? 4-3. Taylor's up 4-3. And I'm going to have an aneurysm. Okay. Here we go. What's going on? Nancy's looking for the mouse. Kidding. Oh, fucking Joelee. Oh, man. That shows you where Jolee's head's at. Okay. I'm trying to think if Jolee's hit an effective shot this set. He's at 4-3. Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to look at, not the score. I'm trying to look at, has an effective shot been made? I can't remember. Shit. Okay. So this one is a tricky spot. It's a tricky spot. But he's got multi-ball position because I think that ball might go on the side past whatever ball's tied up with. And yeah, but he's got to look. You got to look a little close. Yeah, see, okay, now Jolee's starting to build the shot a little bit. Now, yeah, see, just Joelee, finally, Joelee. I've been wanting you to do that since for 2 hours now. Let's say 2.5 hours. I want you to do what you just did. I want you to do on every single shot. If you do that on every single shot, and then you don't go down and look like that, Joelee. That ain't doing nothing for you. You're not seeing anything from that angle. I need you to go back down and really build the shot, because that's it. Okay. Yeah, what did he do there? He scratched. Okay, it's very interesting to observe your investment in Joelee go up and down like the stock market. Exactly, Rick Bearcat. Exactly. This is like watching. This is like fucking crypto, bro. This ain't the stock market. This is not that steady. Okay, Mr. Glenn, is there a different approach when you're pretty sure your opponent can run out if they have more than 3 balls to make and win? When you sense your opponent is struggling, should we just play our game? I'm trying to understand this. Okay, I see what I have no skin in the game and I'm sweating it exactly. Did you find the mouse? I don't think so, bro. Okay, is there a different approach when you're pretty sure your opponent can't run out if they have more than 3 balls to make and win. When you sense your opponent is struggling, should we just play our game? No, I think there is something to that, Mr. Glenn. I'm gonna make people like prove that they can get out of their shithole. The trap they're in, their abyss. Okay, so I am gonna play my opponent where they're playing. If I'm yes, both ways. Like, okay, they're both struggling, right? So it's the first one to recognize that we got to make them do tough stuff and we can't give up the table. We got to make them earn it, got to make them earn it. It's like a race to figure out who's going to make the other person earn it because they're both kind of giving it back and forth. So, in honesty, yes, when you're playing, one of the things you can do is if you're Taylor and you're struggling, is you can say, man, let me just, and I see that that the wheels are coming off of Joelee. Try to make really good decisions. Or if you're Joelee and you know that Taylor's struggling and you're struggling, then you want to say, okay, let me try to make really good decisions and let me try to play a little bit more conservative. Let me let me shoot shots and make him have to hit tough shots and all that stuff. Okay, so, right? Okay. But yes, yes. There is something to that. I don't know if I answered your question, Glenn, but Mr. Glenn, but there, yes, I think your answer is yes. Okay. Okay, Steve Miller. You know, Josh, an electric dog collar from was a great training and worked on my dog, bro. Yes, I need an electric dog collar for Joelee. Okay, Joelee. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shamil, Shamazel, Hassan Pfeffen Corporate. I don't know why you put your hand there, bro, because that your hand needs to be off that channel. If this cue ball ends up in that channel, I'm gonna get myself an electric dog collar. This thing needs to be off the channel with an angle on the 6, come back up table for the 7. The 7's your key ball. There's no way I'd shoot the 6 as a key ball. If this is a bar table position if you do this as a 7 key ball or 6 key ball. So yeah, I don't know what he was doing there. He's in a terrible spot now. Yeah, maybe he was. Yeah, he was no good. You need to be above the 6 there, Joelee. That was no good. Because this is no good. What you're expecting me to believe you're going to draw this 7 off the rail, have it frozen on the rail, and shoot the 6 from a frozen rail shot? Nope. And the 6, I'm supposed to believe you're going to get on the 7. I don't think it's going to happen either. But if you're cue ball, see, I don't know what he's doing with that hand thing. I mean, it's very likely he's going to rattle this ball and leave the 8 ball. Okay. And the reason why is because he didn't play to the right zone on the 6 ball, and he didn't realize I got to put all my chips in and focus really hard to make sure I'm off the rail and have an angle on the 6 ball. Oh, Nancy, that mouse is gone. Okay, well, Joelee, you proved me wrong. Good. Joelee proved me wrong. I'm glad to be wrong. Face rubbing, is that what you mean, Josh, when he's feeling the pressure? Yes, of course. Well, he didn't even, I mean, Joelee used to rub his face just by having a pool cue in his hand. That's so he's come a long way. So Jolee's come a very long way, like very, very long way. We're just watching the wheels come off. But the thing that I love is that the wheels were on more in the first set, and it was good. You know, it's just we have a first part of this set where the wheels came off. Now, can he put this down? He's shooting it really fast. If he's 50-50 to make this. Okay, good. Joelee don't miss the 8. I take it back. But yeah, it's like yeah, so now it's 4-4. Now Joelee hit 3 effective shots, and now it's the first time in the game he's hit 3 effective shots in a row in the second set. Okay, so now who knows? Maybe that's enough to get Joelee off the schneid, and he might be able to like feel a little better, realize he's got a gift to be where he's at, and he might be able to like get it together and sort of pick up his pace and kind of finish out the set, or he won't. you know. Yeah, it will, Vlad. Yep, bro. It's available. This is a free stream, and it'll be on our channel, my channel here. So I'm glad you found it, and hopefully you'll see value in it. And yeah, get some sleep, bro. And yeah, enjoy it. Hopefully, lots of discussion about patterns and about where they're at mentally and all that stuff. So, yep, couple 2.5 hours of yammering so far, but it's not. So I'm teaching, right? Like I'm not sitting here talking about road stories and bullshit. I'm telling you guys, teaching you guys as much as I can about what's happening here, trying to give you some insights. So, yep, cool, man. Where are you at? What country, Vlad? I don't know, Jonathan, if he's around there, crazy. Asylum, Jared. But yeah, I don't know. Technical question. Okay, that was a stop shot all the way. Again, kind of a cinchy way to put the ball in, and it didn't lead to anything. So sorry, I was kind of reading comments, but that did not look that good. Ukraine, what's up? I stand with Ukraine. Awesome. That's so exciting that you're here from Ukraine. Awesome, bro. I hope everything's going okay. Okay, cool. Later. I wish I knew some of your language. Okay, Taylor should run out here. He could have. Okay, well, yeah. Now Joelee. Okay. Joelee's got to come with a 4-ball shot, right? But before we do, yeah, I mean the 5. Okay. 4 cue balls over by the 8. 6, 5 in the side, 8 in the corner. That's it. So it's going to come down to this. Joel makes this, he probably wins. If he misses, he could lose. So let's see. It's a big shot. See how Jolee's nerves are. No, he fanned it. Oh, that was not very good. Oh shoot, that was a total deceleration. Fanorama. Okay. Yeah. Later, Vlad. Yeah, hit me up on the channel, bro. I'm around. Okay. Plus, we got a training membership. This is I don't know what it converts to in Ukrainian money, but it's only $20 a month. Yeah, he was steering with the coup, of course. Yeah, decelerate steering, everything. So, yeah, man, this is what it looks like. What it looks like when shit's going tough and it's 4-4, and you have only hit a few effective shots. Okay, so now what do we got? Taylor, you got to put this Mimi Jimmy down. You got to make sure that you come in straight on that 15 because, yep, you want to shoot that 12 in the side. So you go 13. You got to risk coming close to being blocked by the 12 to get the proper flatness on the shot. Yeah, Taylor got a little greedy. Got a little greedy. And blink. Okay, so now Taylor's got the face rub. Oh shit, Taylor. Okay. Yeah, he goes outside, bro. He goes outside and smokes like a chimney. No, he takes a couple hits of his cigarette, but all right, bro. 6 goes first. Does that 6 go by that 15? It's got okay. I think you got to shoot the 6 by the 15, and then you got to shoot the 4 and the 5 on the side and the 8. So 6, 4, 5, 8. I gotta believe that 6 goes by. Yep, if you're putting the ball there, you're good. Now you can't just solve the pattern. You got to look at the 5 now, Joelee. You're playing 3-ball patterns, right? You don't want to be above this 4. You want to be below. Well, I mean, you could be above it, but it's so natural if you're just parallel with it to just roll right up for the 5, so you're not crossing your line. So you kind of want to be below the 4. So let's see what he ends up with. Yeah, now he's got to go around and look at this 5. You can't just assume. See, no, you do not want to be there, Joelee. No. Too much cue ball movement. You want to be shooting that 5 in the other side, Joelee. He's not even looking at it. All right. Yeah, exactly, Michael. How it changes the game. Oh, shit. This is terrible. drawing the ball up this line when he's already got natural shape if he just bunts it in and shoots the 5 on the side. This is and you're oh fucking A. Oh, Joelee. God. Oh man. Gosh. All right. 12, 13, 15, 8. Come on, Taylor. 12, 13, 15, 8. That's it. All right. God. Oh man. I don't know, Michael, what that emoticon means, but whatever it means, I'm with you. All right. 12, 13, 15, 8. Yeah, I mean, Joee's got to walk the table. That's it. He's got to walk the table. You got to go look at these angles, bro. You're missing like every angle. It's yeah. Yep. But you'll never know. You'll never know what you're missing if you don't watch. Well, first of all, I'm very doubtful Joelie's going to watch this stream. Okay, that was a huge mistake. Way too much cue ball movement. Joelie's back in this game. Okay, Taylor just let him back in. Yeah, it's like the biggest tragedy will be if Joelee doesn't come watch this thing and listen and fix all these issues. Yeah, but you know, you can only do so much because it's hard, right? Like it's hard to not be attached to the results and to just say, oh, I made a bunch of mistakes because I was nervous, right? Taylor says, "Oh my God," and he hooks Joelee, and that's what I said. Jolee's back in the game because of the pattern Taylor played there. He shot the wrong pattern. So, let's see. Rick Bearcat pressure to hit the draw shot and completely tightened up on that stroke. Yeah, oh yeah, he shot the wrong shot. Totally shot the wrong shot, Rick, or whatever. Rick Bearcat. He shot the wrong shot. I know your name's not Rick, but yes, I wanted to shoot the 5 on the side with a rolling shot. So shooting that shot was just a game loser. So we're just kind of watching the game losing shots through the decisions at times when these guys are playing, and that's why we're here, right? We're not here to what do you call it? Watch a showcase of like awesome pool. We're rooting for them to hit great shots. We love it when they hit great shots. It's awesome when they hit great shots. It's even more awesome for me when they hit great shots that are based on great decision making and our training. But I get it. You know, it's tough and there's lots of pressure. But this is what it looks like when you make bad decisions and hit poor patterns that force you to have really, really high level execution that you don't have in your game. Like this, exactly. Like Jolee's hitting fucking circus shots for position, and it's just not working. It's just absolutely not working. He's not having, chalk issues. He's not having issues with his stroke or anything like that. Joelee is having a mental breakdown right now, and we're watching it in live action, and that's okay because you need to have mental breakdowns to figure out how to come back from them. And the best way to come back from them is to have a process that you can lean on during play where you can right the ship. And we're not seeing that by either player. We're not really seeing a ship righting process right now. We're seeing guys just fumble back and forth, which is okay. But then the thing is that, and I've done it, by the way, guys, I've dogged it like this in big races for thousands of dollars. I've done this same shit for thousands of dollars, not for free, in front of dozens of people. So I'm not saying that I haven't done this. I'm saying that I have done this exact thing. But what I learned from that was what was necessary for me to try to prevent that in the future, right? So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about all this stuff. What I'm talking about is how do we figure out Yeah, that's true, Steve. They obviously have gone off the rails. Um, what do we do when we're off the rails, right? What do we do? That's the question. What do we do when we go off the rails? How do we get back on the rails? And they might not be able to get back on the rails this set. They both might just be off the rails and just fumble back and forth until the set's thankfully over, mercifully. But one of them might be able to right the ship during the set. And that's what's fun to watch. Can one of these guys right the ship during the set? They have not been able to yet. We've 9 games in, and no one's righted the ship or whatever. And so we've watched 9 games of like struggling, which is totally fine. What I'm rooting for is one of them to right the ship in this set. And then what I'm rooting for after that is both of them to go back and watch this and try to figure out, how do I right the ship? He keeps touching the cue ball with his tip. God, it's annoying. Okay. What I'm looking for and rooting for is, how do these guys right the ship after the match, right? That's what's cool. Do they go back and watch the film? Do they go back and listen to the commentary? Do they set these shots up again? Do they set up these layouts? Do they accelerate versus decelerate? Do they choose the different shots and hit them and learn? I know it takes a lot of time to do it, and it's a very tedious process, and it's hard to hear and watch when you punt it off 9 games in a row. It's just yeah, exactly, Mr. Glenn, exactly. I didn't even just see your comment, but literally I'm just on a rant, not a rant, but I'm on a discussion about what you just said. It's painful for us to watch a playback of yourself when you're playing poorly, but it's the best way to learn. That's exactly how these guys would learn from this situation. What's the use of going through this if you're not going to learn from it? The only reason I would ever want to go through this is if I was going to go back and learn. I wouldn't want to go through this and then go bury my head in the sand and act like it didn't happen and hope that it never happens again, because that's a surefire way for it to happen again, to make sure it happens again, right? So that's exactly right. We have to go through. Yeah, Jolie's up 5-4. It's literally kind of irrelevant. But that is the score if we're paying attention at home. But that's the whole point, is that we have to learn from this, otherwise it was a huge waste of time and energy and brain damage, right? If you don't learn from this. Okay, 15 outside English, clear the 14, spin the ball up slow, leave yourself an angle on that, whatever that ball is, I can't tell on my glasses, and then chop it across for the 14 last. Okay, Rick Bearcat. First of all, I don't think this is negative constructive criticism. I think this is reality that I'm talking. So unless you're not saying that I'm being negatively constructive, because I'm not being negative at all. I'm having fun. I'm giving these guys lots of encouragement, and I'm just spitting reality. So but I appreciate it. If you think it's negative, totally fine. I just this is how I do it. Some people like it, some people don't. And I asked these guys last time I did it, Taylor, hey, how did you feel about the commentary? And he says, I loved it. I watched it multiple times. It's no different. So, yep. But, yep, shooting this left-handed, we'll see. Could be a mistake, might work. Pretty much a mistake because he didn't get the angle he wanted. So, could have taken out the bridge and fought harder for an angle. You got to fight for angles. So, yep. Yeah, because he's flat here and he's jacked up and he's going sideways. I don't know. But yeah, this is not good. Probably need to get the bridge out again. Going forward on this is trash. He's not going to have a shot on the 14. He needs to come backwards and stun across. Yep, he actually missed it because of that. So, okay. See, that's an example of I'm not being negative. I'm just saying this is exactly what's going to happen before it happens. You gotta choose the right shot. You gotta learn about this. And so if Joelee went back and set that exact same scenario up, he'd be like, ooh, I need to first fight for the angle so that I can just roll across from the 14 instead of having that weird stun angle. And then it makes no sense to shoot a shot forward that the cue ball's not going to go where you want. So you actually have to set it back up and look at it and shoot a stun shot because that shot went across to the stun shot. So that is just feedback and teaching. And nice shot. So now what does Taylor do from here? Not a huge advantage to shooting this ball in. I might, you see, if you shot this ball in, that's not doing much for you. So I'd probably, I probably would play safe. Yeah, because this doesn't really, because I don't, okay, and here's the reason why I play safe on that ball is because, this is tough to play safe from this distance, right? It's just a lot of shit can go wrong like that. So that's a kind of a losing safety. You pin the 5 ball on the rail, and you gave Joelee a shot at winning, right? Because what can Joelee do here? Tell you what he can do with Stalker. He can chip this 13 either in the side and put the cue ball just past the 13 and have a free shot on the 14 to get on the 8. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is a wild cue ball shot, and I don't know what he's doing here. I think I'd like shooting this 13 rather than the 14, but we'll see. Okay, let me get in the comments here. When I did the match with Taylor's feedback and seeing things from his point of view is invaluable. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, that's cool, Rick Bearcat. I just, sometimes in comments and in written word, it doesn't come out the way you mean it or the way I'm not saying, oh, now I'm fucking criticizing you. I'm not criticizing you. I'm just saying, I read it a different way. So thanks for clarifying. Negative in the positive sense. I get you. You just mean like, wow. Joelee. Yahtzee. That's a great shot. Okay. Yeah, Rick, we're cool, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah, we totally agree on this. I think what you're saying is positive sense. I do know what you mean, bro. We're all good. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Okay. So what is Joelee? He just stabs it in and plays the 8. Joelee don't miss. Let's see. Is Joelee here to take the set, or is Joelee here to decelerate and fan it? Oh, Jolee's here to take the set. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not rooting for Joelee right now because I'm rooting for Taylor as much as I'm rooting for Joelee. I'm just rooting for someone to do that, to accelerate and pocket a ball and take the set. It's 5-4. Now put this ball in. No matter if this was Joel or Taylor in this situation, I'd say the same thing. Put this sumbitch in the hole. And he might hit it soft but hitting this one soft is not as good because he would leave the 5 and it doesn't block the pocket and all that stuff. So 6-4, Jolee's on the hill. That was a big game. Joelee picked up some character there in a little hotel in Louisville. Yes, constructive blunt criticism. Yes, Iggy. And I'm having fun, bro. This is how I roll. Okay, Tim, this is exactly what I'm training. It's not going to happen overnight. By next summer, realistically, I've had way too many of these shit show nights. I get it, Tim. And the way we avoid the shit show nights is by going through it, experiencing them, and learning from them. That's what I was harping on, talking about, is that you go through a night like this and you go back and watch and you learn, right? And you learn and you learn and you learn. And sometimes you learn the shots to shoot, and sometimes you learn the patterns, and sometimes you learn the speed to shoot them at, and sometimes you learn the mental stuff I'm talking about, like the in-between stuff, like someone needs to step up and try to win this set. And that's what Joelee just did there. So he's clapping, he's feeling better. And yeah, man, because this is like doing a 50-80 training and just spewing off a 3 out of 10 and then coming back and doing it. And that's basically what Joelee did. He spewed off like, I don't know, 8 games. And then he finally came back and said, all right, I'm taking this fucking game. And that's what I saw, So now Taylor's needs to say, I'm taking this game. And the way he would do that is by picking a good pattern and hitting good shots, right? And trying to determine, how do I win this game right now? And the answer is, I shoot this 5 on the side, I roll up, I leave a little angle on the 6, and I play the 6 to the 8, and it's game over. Because if I'm down 6-4 and I got to run out, running 3 balls is, you're really only running 2. You just make the 5 on the side, and you got to hit a shot on the 6 to get on the 8, and it's 5-6, and you're putting the pressure on Joelee. Yep, perfect, baby. That's right. And now find the shot, Taylor. Accelerate through, find the position on the cue ball, inside 2 rails, coming right past the 8 for the 8 in the same pocket. Okay, that's the shot. That's the shot. You know, stunning across. Okay, let's go. Here we go. See that? I didn't like. But see, now he's jacked up and shooting the 8 ball. See, I like rolling the ball there. But we'll see what he comes up with. And yeah, on the hill to beat a 530 is still a win. I got it, but you know, yes. You're right, Tim. Just got to look at it, all the positives, right? And yep. But you know what's better than that, Tim? Beating the 530. So I think he's a 540 right now too. I don't know if I thought he was a 530, but 540 rather, when we did the interview at the beginning. So, all right, Taylor, put this down. Let's build a set, build some pressure. Let's test Joelee's arm under pressure. Let's test your arm under pressure. Pocket this baby. Follow shot. You don't need to draw this. There's no scratch. Pop it in. Nice. Yeah. Okay. The mistake there, Taylor, was hitting it too hard. See where that 8 ball is? Joelee doesn't even have to shoot right now. He could bank this 12 down and leave the cue ball behind the 13, and he'd reposition all his balls. That's his shot here, actually. Joelee, you bank that 12, don't even make the thing, and just hang it in front of that pocket and leave that cue ball back behind the 13. Joelee knows what's up. Joelee, if you don't, okay, let's see. What do you could call it. You could call it. It's kind of a free shot. But the problem is, if you make it, you're not going to have a really good shot on the 13 because that cue ball is going to be down in the kitchen. So, and you don't have any extension on your cue and you're reaching. So let's see. This 12 needs to be in front of that pocket. This is terrible, Joelee. That's a terrible shot. And the reason why, Joelee, is because you had a free shot to put that 12 down table. And you know what? You're on a 9-foot table. You're shitting your pants. You're on the hill. You want everything in a zone down on the other end of the table. There's no reason to have that ball on that side rail right there. It's a trash spot for it. You had a free shot to put that 12 right where Taylor put his finger. You're going to hit the rail right there and just run right in front of that pocket. So that was a fumble, and that's okay. It's okay. I'm just trying to see. I'm not being negative. I'm just trying to teach Joelee. Okay, let's go. I'm trying to teach you guys too, right? Yeah, see? That's great. Okay, now Joelee, look at that 14, right? But see that 12? Wouldn't it be just absolutely money if that 12 was in front of that hole down there instead of way up table? Because now you got to play a position shot on a tough table, drawing the ball up. I mean, it's brutal, man. Like this 12 is your trouble ball, and it actually could have been your key ball if you would have positioned it better. So let's go. Let's see what happens. All right. Yeah, because now you're going to hit. Okay. The reason why, Joelee, is because you've shown me that you chip the ball every time you got to hit it below center, like this whole set. So why would you want to have to draw back off this 12 to play position on the 14? It's just no good. Because you're no good. See, this angle's terrible. He's gonna have to spin it. He's in big trouble. I mean, literally, you should almost play safe here. So okay, let's see what he does. I'm the worst sweater ever. Yeah, see, he's looking and it's no good, baby. Because the problem is if you land where you just pointed, Joel, you're going to be way too thin on the 14. So this thing has to be drawn past the side pocket, close to that side rail, in the center of the table. If you land where your tip is, you're screwed. Okay, let's watch. I think he's going to miss this ball. Okay, that's not much better than missing it. Yep, not much better. Yeah. Okay, no problem. That was a total pattern. Lob wedge. No. I don't even know what that means, but I agree. Lob wedge. Oh, you mean he was going to chip it off the table maybe with the lob wedge? Yeah. I mean, see, now this is awful. Okay, now imagine that 12 was in front of that pocket by Nancy. Then the game would be over. He put that 12 in a spot that lost him the game. All right. High inside. Yep, sure, crazy. Crazy asylum, of course. The problem is you can't hit a high inside 3-rail shot when you're shitting your pants, bro, on a stream. Doesn't work that way. All due respect, Jared. Okay, let's go. Yeah, this is some shit. Yeah, that's terrible. Okay, well, I think we're just going to spew oil till we're hill, it looks like. All right. Okay. Yep, that was a closeout game. And Joeelee's rubbing his face. This is Joelee picking up some character. Oh, Joeelee's head's in his hands. Yep. Okay, let's see. Let's see. That was all pattern, all off the 12. That's safety. He chose the right shot, sort of, and just forgot about positioning the object ball. Okay, so see, so breaking down the game, anything that happened after that 12 ball, it's relevant, right? I get it. It's relevant. But when he put that 12 on that side rail, it was kind of like a losing shot, I would say. And I called it out and I said, the shot is a zone thing. It's too big of a table. There's too much pressure. The pockets are too tight. You got to think about getting the balls positioned better. So, and we've talked about it and I have videos on it and I've made videos and Joel's heard it a million times. It's just, you're losing your executive function. You're forgetting about what's going on. You're not thinking through and you're just hitting like a shot, right? Yeah, the cut break. Yeah, Jared, he has no idea what he's doing on the break. It's just luck. I mean, it's not even like I'm sorry, I'm dogging Joelee. I'm not dogging him. I'm just like he's not like trying to do something on the break. It's just I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe he is. Maybe he figured something out. But it just would surprise me if he had some sort of strategy on the break because the rest of it is there's not much strategy going on in other areas that's really effective. So to have a break strategy would be surprising to me. Okay, you shoot the 13 ball and win the game. That's it. That's it. It's going to come down to this, sports fans. He's going to. Are you taking off, Jared? Is that what the wave means? Bye bye. Thanks, Joel and Taylor. Thanks for the stream. Seeing everybody. Oh yeah. Okay, see you. Oh, you're waving at Steve Miller. Bye, Steve Miller. He hits it every time, LOL. Well, I know. I'm just saying. I'm not sure if it's perfect. He's shooting the wrong shot here. Yeah, that's a game loser. Yep, game loser. He was afraid to shoot the long stop shot and have shape. Because that's no good. That didn't work. Okay, the only thing that he's got going for him is that these balls are in a tough position, and Taylor needs to hit the 14 now. If he shoots the 15, Joelee can still win the game. If Taylor shoots the 14, it's probably game over if he makes it. So let's see if he makes the right decision. Because the 15's hanging in the pocket. So you shoot the 14 and try to get on the 13. And if you can't, then you're on the 15. So the 14's the shot here. Or the 13, but I think you're on the 14. I think the 14 leads to the 13. I just wouldn't want to have this 13. Okay, let's see. Unless he can get 13 to the 14 to the side. That's probably what he's doing. That could be nice. I just didn't see him walk around and look at it, but that looks like it's it. Now, because he didn't walk around and look at it, he missed his position, and if he has to, if he does not shoot the 14 because it's such a back cut, and he shoots the 15, then Joeelee's back in it. So let's see. Yeah, because this 14, it's tough, and the cue ball's racing away towards the scratch, and yeah, he doesn't like it. So now this is possibly Joeelee's coming back to the table because this is a tough shot to hit. What he's looking at right here is like stunning across his line up table with it's just a tough spot to get to from the 15. It just is. I actually like rolling back and going between the 7 and the 8 and shooting the 14 on the side here, trying to get back on the 14. I would not want to be stunning up table. Let's see what happens. Because of this. Now he's back shooting a worse shot on the 14 that he passed up the first time, trying to get shape on the 8. So this is why I would have rolled that ball, because you could roll that ball and split the uprights and have a shot on the 14 that is better than this, because this is cue ball wild style and a tough pocketing of the 14s. So this is going to be a wild cue ball and a tough pocket. Let's see. Step 1, overcut, put it on the side rail. Now Joeelee's got a free shot to win the game. He's got a free shot because all he has to do okay, I'm going to answer your question in a second, Michael. There's two things about that, Michael. First, I'm going to see if Joelee just rolls this thing and wins the set, because this is set game right here, set ball. Yep. No, bad speed, bad shot, bad everything. You know, he's been bunting those balls in, and he maybe thought, well, I'll accelerate and try to have some confidence or something. But it's like that's actually a bunt shot, because you want that 5 right in the jaws there. Because again, positioning the 5 ball, you have a free shot if you make it. You position the 5. The shape's automatic. If Joelee hit that at bunt speed and barely dribbled it over the edge, then Bob's your uncle. He'd have been on the 7, 6, 8, game over. Now the game continues, and the ball's outside of the pocket, and he can leave them up table with a safety here, just like that. Well, I don't know what that was, but yeah. Okay, well, he's probably going to lose. I mean, I'm not saying Joelee can run out here, but he should. He should roll forward and go for the 6 next, the 5 later, and then the 8. So that's the pattern. Short rack able. Okay, is it just chance or is that normal? It's because of the way they're hitting the rack. So that's why I said with Jared that I don't think Joeelee's trying to intentionally hit the rack, because if he's intentionally trying to cut a ball in, he'd actually be like playing a position after the break. Like he wouldn't be racing his cue ball up table and not having a shot. So I think it's just kind of random. He got way too steep on this 6 and might end up losing the game over it. Okay. Nope, he's not out, Tim. He should have rolled forward. His head's in the sand. He absolutely effed this up. He needed to walk and find his correct angle, and he's probably could lose this game now. Okay, because he didn't look and see he's smiling and he knows he fucked up, and he's trying to figure out, can he recover here? Meaning, can he hit a soft shot and roll it up? Yeah, and the answer is yes. Like he does have a steep angle, but I'd probably just bump the 8 here with the cue ball to stop it. So, okay, yeah, Michael, yep. You would control the cue ball better on the break and leave it towards the center of the table more than dragging it up table and not having a shot. And then the other thing is, this is what I wanted to say too, Michael. If you're playing short rack 8 ball like this, I haven't seen anybody not go for a shot after the break. And there were several racks where I would have played a safe after the break. But that's the other part. If you don't have a shot, then play a safe and force them to shoot the wrong group. See, this is that's just complete luck right there. That's all. Joelee got lucky. Now we'll see if he gets lucky shape on the 8, but that was just some luck right there. Decelerating, got a bad angle on the ball and decelerated, and he might shoot this in the corner and just stick it on the 14 and get shape on the 8 instead of running his cue ball around table. That's probably the shot. Let's see if he does it. Yep, he came with the right shot, and yep, very emotionally says, you know, he missed it. Now he's pounding his cue on the table, ground, because he knew he had the set there, and he did it half right. So, yeah, yep, and that's just it. Here's the thing with that end game right there where Joel didn't get out. The problem is he messed up the shape because he didn't think it through on the ball before the 5. Then he fans the ball, runs into another ball, gets lucky, feels guilty, and ends up shooting a ineffectual shot on the 5. So now it's just oil spewing to try to get across the finish line. So let's see if Joelee can get shape on the 8. He's not even looking at his position zone. Now he's just hoping that he can end it. That's all he's doing right now. He's just shooting the ball randomly and hoping he can land on the 8. That's what he's doing. So let's see if it works. Step 1. Step 2, he's got a back cut, terrible position, and we'll see, because it doesn't matter if he makes it, because if he leaves it in the hole, he'll probably still win the set. So let's see. Gotcha. Yeah, some good opportunities for defense, but thought maybe it wasn't the best idea to have such an open table. Then again, ball in hand would be strong early. Okay. I don't know what damn is, Tim. Okay, so Joelee shot, just hoping to get the set over, and he can go back and watch us and say, the reason why I don't shoot this way is because it doesn't work, and we need to shoot with intention, to try to shoot with aggression. Okay, did he miscue? I really don't understand. Like, that wasn't going to scratch. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't understand that. That was like game over, cut shot. I did a training today and I hit 100 of those, 100, 200 of those. He doesn't watch my training. So. But yeah, that wasn't scratching. That was weird. Okay, yeah, that was super weird. Unless he miscued. I don't know. All right. Okay, Taylor. Yeah, okay, well. Taylor just wants Joelee to win. Intentional safety. Yeah, Rick, Bearcat, I just maybe I looked at it wrong. I don't know. It didn't look like it was gonna scratch. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So now let's see if Joelee can put this away and end this misery for all of us. Okay. Yep, and then he scratches. No, I thought he scratched. All right, 7-5. Joelee gets it. All right, they might stay and play. I'm gonna have like a stroke if I keep watching this. Okay, that was awesome. Thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry I'm such an asshole, and hopefully you guys learned a bunch. That's all I can say. I'm gonna go down and talk to these guys. So, all right, fun. We'll catch you later.